Yeah, I don't know anything at all, so I get,
Right?
yeah.
That's kind of our motto. We're not even sure we're actually here right now. So,
This is how we're starting this Let's Talk. By the way, we're streaming. This is how we're
yeah.
starting this Let's Talk.
I mean, that's always a good note to start any conversation on.
We don't even know. What was the exact quote?
Don't even know if we're actually here right now.
We don't even know if we're actually here right now. That's
I
like
mean, we
that's like
have ideas and we have like reasons that would lead us to believe we are here right now. Like I can reach out and touch this table, I can grab this cup.
but what is it to say that those things actually exist? Like how is it to say that that's any different
Exactly.
than when we're in a dream state and we believe that things are real? What separates how real that feels compared to how real we perceive things to be right here and right now?
Well, and I forget who did the study, but there's a study that shows that some some or all molecules don't even actually exist. They don't actually exist until they are perceived
So
of this study. But
you ever seen the movie the Salton Sea?
oh, I haven't.
Really good one. Um, the it's funny because it's just like a little throwaway thing that happens in that movie, but in that movie, that's discussed very briefly and mostly as a joke. But yeah, that some things don't even exist until you actually see them, which that concept kind of blows my mind. But do you want to kind of expound on that? I don't even think I have anything to add to it, but I'd love to hear you
Oh,
babble.
I mean, I've watched Henry. I forget exactly what it was called on this subject. That some molecules exist, and I believe they call it hypermotion or something, where it's not moving, but it's also moving at the same time.
Okay.
And there's this. They somehow measured. I can't exactly remember all the details, which of course, I can't.
Cause drugs.
Oh, because it's got way more to do with than just drugs. That's got to be a part of it, but
It's all good. It was just a throwaway joke, but uh,
but they somehow measured that the the makeup of the molecule and the way that it acted and presented itself when it was not being monitored or looked at to when it was being looked at, that actually changed out of hypermotion into being static, or
what do you think that
something of that
means?
nature.
What do you think that actually means, though? How do you like? How does that? I guess just the best way to ask is like, what do you think that actually means?
I mean, the closest thing to an interpretation of it that I've ever had is just that literally the phrase that I'm sure you've heard a million times over, the power of perception.
Mm-hmm.
I'll perceive things as individuals, and and sometimes they're different. That's why Rorschach tests exist. It's just an ink spot, but the variations of answers that you can get by asking 200 people what they see in that ink spot
Yeah,
can.
but here's the thing about that though is the ink spot doesn't change based on who's looking at
No.
it. It's a matter of how it is perceived through your eyes. There's actually no change on the paper.
Oh, exactly. Well, just like there's no change in this cup right here. The cup is as it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Where are you
not a good
going with that? Yeah,
analogy.
I was gonna say, what the fuck do you mean?
That's not a good analogy, but that's because we kind of took it off course a little bit.
Do we reside anywhere but off course?
I try, but I mean, when I'm talking to you, there's no boundaries.
Just like I like it.
But dude, you are the king of a tangent. If you did have a podcast, it would just be called
There's the next channel, man. MacTangent. Let's start that shit up.
word, but like tangentially speaking, that's you.
Um, the thing regarding
Yes.
one of my favorite ideas behind like what the difference is between a dream state and reality is what if like some I think that more likely than not this has come up between you and me before. what if at some point in time, back, like, let's say when I was 10 and I hit my head, I've actually been in a coma ever since that point, and everything that I think I'm actually living and experiencing right now, people are visiting me every day in bed and like saying like, man, I really hope he wakes up someday, and this is all just a fantasy.
I mean, nothing that I can say that would, I don't think that could like justify or validly take that position away from you. Like there's nothing.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, because you'd be formatted in my dream all the same to try to convince me, or not. So yeah, there's nothing you could say to convince me that this isn't an illusion or a disillusion or a dream state. Which is,
I mean, I have.
Oh, good.
I have my ideas of how I could try to say it to you. Could
Go ahead.
maybe like just like daily life. The fact that you even initiate from a dream already in your waking life. For some reason, I'm not so convinced that if you were in a coma, that there would be that many layers to it, but I don't know because I've never been in a coma that I'm aware of.
Yeah. It is really.
This could be my coma.
This is really bumming me out that I don't have enough. I don't even think I'm really going to use this weapon, but because it's fucking offline right now, I don't have the ability to use some of the weapons I fucking want to use. But anyway, yeah, it's just sort of. Hold on, Secretary sent me that.
And I hate or anything that's a plot twist in, so I'm immediately just like turned off by the idea of like, oh, it was all a dream.
Why are you turned off by that?
Oh, I wish I had strong reasoning and strong examples to back this conversation up, but I don't really, honestly. It's just a personal taste. It's really what it comes down to. I just, for some reason, cannot stand having my time wasted like that for a 2-hour movie, just for at the very end of it, for them to go, hey, you know what? Just watch and got invested in. Didn't even really happen. And I know, and a lot of people are like, dude, it's a movie. None of it really happened.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it, but like, I don't need the fourth wall to be broken that hard.
Well, so here's the thing, though.
Going along for the ride.
I don't really see it as a fourth wall being broken. I think it, to me at least, is just another angle of a story. And there are ways to do it which are, in my opinion, and it's really just opinion based, better or worse than other ways other people pull it off. I've seen,
that's true too.
Yeah, I've seen it was all a dream, situations in movies where I was like, God, that was just fucking stupid. And then I've seen it pulled off to where it was like just fucking incredible in my opinion. So
yeah, and I don't mean to generalize too much. And sometimes, like you said, it's done better in some cases than in others. And it's not just as simple or as generalized as to that they say, oh, it was just a dream. Like, no, sometimes it's a hallucination. It's flashbacks. There's ways that it's done that it's not just that simplified, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, so another one of my favorite, like when I get in my moods of, it's just fucking where I'm not so sure what is real and what isn't real. And like fully off the deep end, like, do you exist? Does anybody exist? Has anything I've ever done actually existed in whatever this thing we call reality and whatever it's supposed to be? Like it's so tough because I mean, like, I believe that I'm talking to you right now, but again, how different is this than any other fucking dream I've ever had? Like I've talked to people in dreams and it's felt real. I felt like I've been in it. It feels like you're your own person, but there's nothing. Even if I believed it was tangible, even if we were in person right now and I reached out and touched you, that's still only the sense of feeling being processed from my fingertips and PG-13. Damn it. And, through neurons or whatever fucking to my brain to
Yeah.
initiate the feeling of that I've touched you. You know, so it's like the amount of reality involved. Like it's a fucking out
Well, I mean,
there.
like,
Go ahead.
the quickest one that comes to my mind about the difference between this and a dream is just the defying of the laws of physics and things of that nature, you know, and the things that happen in dreams don't happen in reality.
So I'm gonna ask you to expound on that because I'm
Okay.
excited to hear what the fuck you have to say about that because that I'm not sure what you mean at all. But before we get to that, Lucky just got here, but he's not gonna talk yet because I want to ask Secretary if she has anything to add to this so far.
I don't.
Short and sweet. Just
For
like
some reason, I'm not
Secretary.
surprised.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's adorable. She's fun size. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, she's a midget.
Little fun size,
She's a midget.
short and sweet. That's hilarious. But yeah, just like to say what I was to touch on that, I would just say the things that happen. I mean, the things that happen in my dreams, at least, that are just, you know, completely unrealistic.
Yeah.
Like I have weird dreams. I have very lucid dreams too, where sometimes I gain within my dream, and I am doing what I want within my dream,
I love that.
and it's super vivid a lot of the times. But I mean, dude, I have dreams where I'll be walking down the street.
Singing do I diddy diddy dum diddy do.
Oh, realistic. I can do that right now. But I will literally start, like, I'll start taking strides. I don't grow or like change as a person. I am just who I am in my human form. But I start taking strides where I can cover like half a city block in one step. And not like I'm like Mr. Fantastic stretching that distance, but like I take a step and it just launches me. And I like I'm like on a sidewalk next to a car, and I'm moving as fast, if not faster, than cars that are doing like 30, 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, and like don't
And
get me
my
wrong.
steps.
Don't get me wrong for a second. Like I have dreams like that as well. But to me, there have also been, you know, just as many, if not way more dreams. I'd say way more dreams where it's really based in reality, where it feels no different than what we perceive reality to be.
Oh yeah, no, those dreams exist too for sure, and I definitely have those.
So I get what you're
Like,
saying. I get what you're saying about how like there are those dreams where things are so crazy and extreme where you're just like, oh, obviously this is a dream. I get how you can see a tangible separation between those
Very
things.
easily.
Yeah, but for me, it's about the dreams that like where it gets much more hard to decipher, or a better example of how much different is what we perceive reality to be than a dream compared to fucking I don't know. I feel like that kind of trailed off there. Sorry, Snake.
No, it's all
but-
good. And my
but-
whole point and relevance to what we were talking about is that those retarded, ridiculous dreams are the ones that difference between dreams and reality. I mean, you asked, I think the specific question is what separates the dream world from this world that we consider as though we're, you know, conscious, awake, living in right now. Dreams, the ones that are ridiculous, that's the hard line that gets drawn. That is the main noticeable difference for me.
Is what? I'm sorry. Maybe I missed that point.
Oh, it's okay. I don't mind. It's those ridiculous dreams where I'm flying down the street at 40 miles an hour.
Yeah. Don't get me
That's
wrong
the hard.
Yeah, don't get me wrong for a second. Like I get that in those moments. So I'm not necessarily saying that like anything about the dreams that we have when we go to sleep and lose consciousness, which that in itself is fucking out there. Where it's just like
Bonkers.
we lie down and we just close our eyes, and just after a period of time we just pass the fuck out. I'm like, what even happens? How does that work? But yeah,
Dude, It's same. It's ridiculous. Sleep as a concept, and then you add dreams on top of that. What the fuck?
So Lucky got here a while ago, and I said that he was going to talk, and then you just ran all over him, which is fine. But we're gonna allow him to step up in. What up, Lucky?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's happening, buddy?
Not much. I was just laying down listening to music, getting tired, and saw you were streaming and got my ass right back up.
Yep. Made a cup of green tea, and now he's with us.
Are you a tea drinker, Lucky?
Yeah, off and on.
Yeah.
I am too.
I
That's
stopped.
funny.
I stopped drinking it recently. I'm wondering if it has something to do with like my sugar addiction because it is, it is caffeine or whatever, and it gets your system going and shit like that. And I wonder if that starts a process of me beginning to get like an urge for more of that. So I'm not sure how much that has to do with my massive crazy ass sugar addiction and gaming addiction and everything, just all my addictions and just me being a shitty person in general. But
It's all related to tea. You're blaming tea for these
Seriously?
problems.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Laugh it up, fucker. Laugh it up. I'm opening up to you about my fucking problems. You're like, you're blaming tea? I'm insensitive and a prick.
That's a really good JoJo impression.
I couldn't tell the difference.
I'm not blaming tea and dick cock. All I'm saying is...
Dude, it was a joke.
I know.
Please relax.
You're good. You're good. But no, it's just it's interesting to me to kind of because even the things of like the most innocent nature, like God, what's something that's really healthy that mangoes. I'm extremely allergic to mangoes. That's something that even though like you could say, oh, you're blaming mangoes, and I get that it was a joke, but I'm just saying in general, something that you could perceive to be so healthy and good for you, and what could be wrong? Well, it fucks my body right in the ass. So
That's me with coconut.
there you go.
I don't have any food allergies that I'm aware of yet, and I've eaten a lot of different things in my life.
I
I
was
used to have none.
yeah, same. I used to be allergic to basically jack shit, and then fucking they started coming.
What kind of allergic reaction do you have to mango? What does it do to you?
So Google mango mouth. Actually, I'll Google it for you.
Yeah, dude, I love this
Oh.
stream quality, by the way.
Oh, is it? So is it looking a lot better?
Oh, it is so much better.
Oh,
and
well,
you
yeah.
can hear stuff. It is
Oh,
amazing.
That's
It's
incredible.
infinitely better.
Yeah. Well, if we would have done this fucking sooner.
We
I
tried,
hope
it just
it's
wasn't working for me.
I know. All right. So here's what I was looking like. Kind of like God. Make that bigger. Let me get some.
I'm scared.
It's gross. It is super gross, and I'm
And this
almost,
is what happens to you?
yeah. I had to eat a lot of goddamn mango for it to happen. And by the way, none of this is going to be non-safe for work, but it should be because this is about to get gross. My lips got super fat, like this guy's did. All the skin around it got nice and bubbly. Ooh, so here's the thing. This is kind of like this is just a kid eating mangoes really sloppily, and it's like, haha, it's a joke. But that's actually pretty close to what mine actually looked like because of the pussing, oozing, crusty crap that was all over my face. I really want to find a good picture of it, but oh my God, was it just bad, man. It was so fucking gross.
Thankfully, I don't have to go through anything like that. If I ingest too much coconut, I just violently vomit for 3 hours, and then I'm fine.
I would rather that than have what Matt is going through with mango.
Yeah, same. And vomiting is probably the worst fucking thing that I could ever go through, and I would still prefer that over what I'm hearing about right now.
My whole face was bloated. The craziest thing was, God, why is this Google? This is Google. Why do you suck so bad right now, Google? Let's just go to any size again instead of.
I bet you got laid out the wazoo during that time frame, huh?
No, sir. But it was so. Here, the thing was, it was kind of crazy because I was smashing with this chick. I just got out of a relationship where it was my longest relationship, and we weren't getting down nearly as much as I would have liked. And then so the girl kind of rebound, as much as I hate that term. Like, I hate basic bitch terms like that. She was the girl I was with when I came out of that relationship, and we got down a lot. And so I started having this reaction on my face, and you know me, I love going down on girls. So I was like, oh my God, is this like, is there something going on with this chick? And so here again, so you see this mouth up here, it started like that, but it got,
See anything?
oh, you don't see anything in the,
Yeah,
oh,
no, just see pause
It's
screen.
just pause screen for.
fuck balls. So here's the thing. I don't think that I can share just the screen. It has to be the fucking game. Let me check source. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Fuck.
Okay, so Google Mango Mouth.
Well, here's the thing. So let me, if I do it in Steam, I wonder if that will change anything. So do you guys see this? Like if I open up a web browser here?
Nope,
Nope.
still pause screen.
Bummer, because I can see it on Twitch, but oh man, that fucking sucks. Here, this is what I'll do. I'll do a message in. God, it's so gross, so fucking gross. I'll send you guys a group message.
Roger Dodger.
I really don't want to do this in a. Yeah, I'm just gonna start a new
Dude,
group message.
across Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Add friends to DM. Where the fuck you at, Uncle Joey? There you are. Create group DM. All right. So this again, this is how it kind of began. And it's
Okay.
like, yeah, it was just like crusty bullshit like that. What is it? Cheilitis? What the fuck is this actually called?
I mean, that just looks like you have like psoriasis around your mouth.
Yeah, it got worse. It got a lot worse. Come on, show me some
How
good.
did- Was it like obvious to you that it was from mangoes? Were you just like eating nothing but mangoes for a day and then that happened?
Oh God! So here we go. Acute contact. Oh, ooh. Okay, so here we go. Let me send you this one as well. This is what happened to the rest of my face, and I'll be glad to tell you the rest of the story. So you see how
Kind
bloated
of
his.
shellacked.
What's up?
Said it kind of shellacked.
What the fuck is that?
Yes, it's that.
Agana shellacked?
Not it. I said it shellacked.
What shellacked?
Like whenever you get all like puffy and fucking white and just nasty like that,
Yeah.
it's apparently
Oh.
called shellacking.
Oh, just a term I wasn't aware of.
Yeah.
So let me Google this exact term because that's what happened. That's how bloated I got, but it's still the skin was just, that was the worst fucking part. How gross the skin was. So my face was so bloated and shit. I don't think I actually got to telling you this part yet, where when I would look in the mirror I wouldn't even recognize myself. That freaked me the fuck out. That was like that. I cried a few times because of just how fucking scary that was, dude. 'Cause
Jeez, how?
when you look in the mirror, you usually expect to see yourself in your reflection, you know?
Right. Wait, how old were you when this happened?
I was. Oh wait, acute mango. I think I was like late 20s. I was on in my ears. You know, this wasn't, but it was like one of the first times I really had a ton of mango. You know, I wasn't.
What did you eat? Like a whole mango? Three
So,
mangoes? What's
uh,
a ton of mango?
Okay, so here's the thing. Well, I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you the story.
So I'm fucking this mango, and no, I'm, just kidding. I'm
So
sorry.
I'm knee deep in this mango.
Okay,
So
I'm sorry. PG-13. I know.
now you're getting, and we're starting to get into some grody ass pictures here, by the way. It's kind of like this, but it was even grosser on my face. Basically, from my cheekbones down, it looked all like that. Wait,
Dude, that's worse than
what
psoriasis for sure.
I'm telling you, it was fucking gross, dude. It was.
How did you
That's a
recover?
fucking understatement, bud.
So you know what's
Can I
funny?
hide this?
That's exactly what I was saying to myself when I had it. Thank you very much. You can just
Back to the
leave that.
server I go.
You can leave that chat, but we're not leave the chat. Just go over to somewhere else. But anyway,
I'm gonna watch the stream now.
yeah, there you go. Just go watch the stream. Okay, so we're done looking at pictures of that because it's. I'm gonna go back to play Metal Gear and telling you the story. So this is what happened with the new chick. Eating a ton of. She introduces me to mangoes, and I'm like, oh my god, these are fucking delicious. How did I go 20 whatever years, like 25 years at that point, not having mangoes? They're incredible. So I ate a motherfuck ton of them. Just a ridiculous amount of mangoes, man. I'm going to Mango Town on this shit. And after a little while, I noticed my face starting to kind of bloat up and shit. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like I said, you know, I just started getting with this new girl, so I'm like, STD. This would be a really weird STD to have. I don't know what the fuck, but never had one before, so maybe this is what an STD looks like in 2014. Anyway, though, so I think that what I did initially was I just ate a bunch more mangoes because it was like vitamin C. You know, obviously I'm having some sort of either allergic reaction or I'm having some sort of reaction. So pound vitamin C. It's good for your immune system. You know, we'll get to it. Obviously, it gets worse and worse. So I go to the doctor. I go to like an urgent care. And I walk in and I'm like, hey, so I'm not sure. I don't know if like one of the first things I fucking said, but I can guarantee goddamn to you I said it. Hey, you know, I've been eating a lot of goddamn mangoes lately. I'm not sure if that's this, but obviously, you know, all this shit going around on my face is not what my face typically looks like. So they're like, oh, you know what? That's definitely they were saying either staph or MRSA or something like that. I think it was just staph. They're like, yeah, you just got some sort of infection. No big deal. We'll just give you some steroids, and you're good. Fucking not Mac Miller. What the fuck is the Cos Miller would shut the hell up in my ear while I'm trying to tell this goddamn story. Anyway, he finally shut the fuck up. Are you guys still there, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Here he's talking again. Cool story, Kaz. I don't give a flying fuck, buddy.
We might be able to turn him off in settings altogether.
Yeah, it'd probably be smart.
Turn him off with a fucking bullet to the head.
Yeah, he's at home base. Anyway, so I gotta take this fucker out. Boop. Haha, motherfucker. So I go in and I'm like, hey, yeah, so I'm eating a lot of goddamn mangoes, and this is going on in my mouth. Do we think they're connected? And they're like, no, you know, definitely staph, no big deal, we're just steroids and you're good. I'm like, okay. So at first, I believe I just got topical. Yeah, I just got topical steroids. Or was like, smear this shit on there, you'll be fine. I asked them specifically. I'm like, hey, should I keep eating mangoes? You know, you're saying it's not connected, but should I go on the safe side? And they're like, you know, I don't know, maybe. And then I'm like, but it also they're high in vitamin C, so it really help, you know, fight this infection, right? And they're like, yeah, it would definitely help fight the infection. So yeah, go for it. And I'm not kidding you. I'm not trying to make this motherfucker sound like an idiot. This guy is just naturally a fucking idiot. So he's like, yeah, just go ahead and smear that shit on there. You'll be fine. I'm like, cool. Go back home, eat a ton of mangoes. Mango City, let's fucking go. Gonna kill this infection. Is this guy gonna see me throw his buddy off of this fucking thing? No, we're good somehow, some way. So a couple days later, not getting any better. Like 3, 4, 5 days later, not getting any fucking better, as you'd imagine, because I'm smearing topical steroids on a fucking infection, which that's not how you fight an infection. So I head back into a different urgent care. One of the first fucking things I say, again, hey guys, I'm having this issue with my goddamn face. I'm eating a lot of mangoes. Do you think it's connected? No, this is a trade, or is a, not trademark, fuck. Go down, motherfucker. There we go. This is a textbook mango allergy. Or not mango, my bad. this is a textbook fucking staph infection, you know? So I'm like, okay, cool. Do we just do more topical steroids or what? Oh, I gotta rocket this guy right in the nuts. Yeah! And then so they're like, no, we'll give you oral steroids. We'll give you some fucking pills. I'm like, sweet. Getting all fucked up on steroids, but I'm all about it. Let's go. I'm joining the MLB right after this. And then so I do that a little bit more, and I'll ask him the same fucking question. Hey, should I chill out on the fucking mangoes? You know, is this something that I should, you know, be a little bit proactive on? And hold on, what is this fucking landmine? Okay, it's over here. That's good. So they're like, I'm like, all right, cool. So more mangoes sounds like a good fucking deal. Let's go. Go back home. Oh, motherfuckers! I was gonna try to evac these guys while they were still asleep. Hold on, let me sleep grenade them. Yeah, you're all dead now. Wait, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, yeah, they're done. Yeah. All right, so I go and eat a bunch of fucking more mangoes, and I'm happy as a clam in a fisherman's net, but my fucking face is still swelling up more and more. Face is pussing and oozing and cracking and fucking orange and fucking brown and fucking just insanely goddamn gross. Bad day in paradise. And then, so I go back in for a third time. I'm like, hey guys, I think I went back into the first place I went to. I'm like, hey guys, this does not seem to be fucking working. It's getting worse and worse. Like, it can't be something that steroids is going to solve, because it does not seem to be doing shit. I don't mean to do your job for you. But it's just, are we sure? And they're like, oh, you know, definitely, yeah. You know, it's still just same bullshit. Oh, it's definitely just a staph infection, just a really intense staph infection. You know, we just handle it with, this time we're going to hit this thing really fucking hard. We're going to hit it so hard. We're going to hit it with drip. Steroid drip. Intravenous steroid drip. Let's fucking go. I'm like, cool. Sounds like a plan. Hit me with that drippy drip. They hit me with the drippy drip. Feeling about the same, whatever. And I'm like, all right, should I keep taking the oral steroids? Should I keep using the topical steroids? They're like, yep. You know, keep doing all that shit. You're all good. And I'm like, do you think the fucking mangoes are a problem? Should I just stop eating the mangoes? And this guy finally is like, and I wasn't talking to the same doctor I talked to the first time, but he's like, you know what? It'd probably be safer if you just stopped eating mangoes. And I'm like, cool. So I go back home after getting the drippy drip, steroid drip, and after a couple more days, I don't really feel all that good. You know, I don't feel that much better. Hold on, am I gonna kill both these guys? It didn't look like either of them are really worth. Yeah, they both suck. These guys are gonna die.
What the fuck did you end up finding out you had mango mouth, bro?
I'm
I'm just
about to get to that, homie. I just had to take out two people, expert one-shot headshots. Sorry. So I go home a few days later, still miserably mango-fied, and I just end up Googling it. I'm like, fucking idiots don't have the ability to use all of their, you know, pay that they're getting for trying to diagnose my shit. So I'm just going to Google it. What does a mango allergy look like? First fucking result. Hey, look, that is exactly what I have. Surprise, surprise. How do I take care of it? Oh, just a little bit of antihistamines? Sounds good. Go buy some antihistamines. Come back home. Fucking hustle that shit. Like 3-4 days later, I'm good. Could not be fucking better.
How quickly did it go away?
3, 4, 5 days. Somewhere in that range. From completely bloated, gross, ugly, fucking looking horrible to... And then that was stacked with...
For how long did you have it?
2 weeks probably. And the first week was like kind of it was coming on, and then the second week it was like gross. It was like zombie fucking completely swollen face, that crusty brown orange shit, brown orange yellow pussy grossness. Yeah.
That was that dude's fingers, but it was your whole below your cheeks.
Yep. You got it, boss
I
man.
feel so bad for you, man.
You should have.
Same.
You know, usually, like, I'll be like, hey, whatever, that's just life, blah, blah, blah. Nope. I deserve every bit of fucking sympathy for that situation because I did not goddamn deserve that. You know, it's like I could always eat more healthily and, you know, you can always do things that are better for your body. And certainly with me, my nutrition could always be better. My exercise could always be better. But in that situation, dude, that was just... And it wasn't just the allergies. The allergies sucked. But also going to these motherfuckers who I'm paying money to, hey, look, you know, I'm giving you a hint. Oh, and by the way, cherry on top. Cherry on top of this whole fucking story. I go back for a different infection because that's just how I roll. Like a year later. And I just, you know, you guys know me, you know my attitude. I go in there, I'm like, hey guys, you know, no big deal, no harm done. I know you guys are just doing the best you can do. But, you know, I came in here for an infection I had on my face, you know, about a year ago. And I kept bringing up that it might have been mango mal or, you know, mango allergy. Kind of, it might have been. You guys were dead set on the fact that it was a infection. And it turned out after, you know, I did some self-diagnosing, it was a mango allergy. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up, you know, in case you run into anybody like that again. I just wanted to let you know. And dude was just like, okay. Not even like, don't get me wrong, I didn't expect him to fucking kneel down and unzip me. But it was just like, not even, like barely even acknowledged, just like, motherfucker, dude, I suffered. The least you could do would be like, oh, dude, sorry about that. Like this, then we're good. We're good.
Right? That'd be the better way to go about that. Like, at least the fucking canned response, like, I'm sorry for your inconvenience.
Yeah,
Like,
anything. I'll take fake. Yeah.
Now, my one question I have, like, as much as it fucking sucks that you went through all that,
Yeah.
because of the fact that you kept suggesting to them that it might be a mango allergy, why didn't you just test that on your own from the beginning?
That's funny. I don't know, because I had trusted doctors. Do you also want to hear when they said that my thumb would be fucking unusable for the rest of my life? And then I went to a different doctor and they were like, what the fuck did that first doctor tell you? There was a stage in my life where I thought that people who made $100,000 a year knew what they were doing and wouldn't fucking make mistakes until my dumbest friend I had told me not to trust the fucking idiot doctor I was talking to. And it was the best fucking advice that I've ever got in my entire life. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I fucking trusted people. It'll never happen again, I promise.
oh, wow.
Sure, it won't.
I mean, Jesus. I mean, that's part of why my mom passed away, man. So I've learned from a young age not to put full faith in any doctor, that they always know exactly what they're talking about.
I do that with people in general. I don't know if you, like, I come across as this dude who, like, and you know what's kind of funny? I've realized this with my dad a lot. Like, I've talked to my aunt before she passed away. She was a huge influence in my early life. You could tell more than a few stories about her that are awesome. But instead, I'll tell a shitty story about my dad, because that's what I do. I still bitch about my dad every day. Let's go. So sometimes I'll talk, or I would have talked to her, or I'll talk to my mom about how my dad would act, and they'd be like, he'd do what? Because he was a very different way with me than he was with them. Oh, wait, hold on a second. We got we got stupid and breeding. Sounds like you turned into a mango, becoming a mango vampire motherfucker who drains the juice from the citrus and shit. Man by day, mango by night. That is fucking comedy. I don't know if he's still here. Hopefully you're still here, boss man, because that deserved recognition. That was comedy.
God, yes.
But anyway, though, so I would bring up shit that my dad would do, and, you know, they'd be like, who the fuck is that guy? And something that I really, I can't speak for him, and I don't even trust him to speak for himself because of how fucking weird he can be sometimes. But I really believe, for how cold and distant and kind of just like hard and shit that he was, I think that I'm beginning to understand why. Because it's painful to trust people, dude. It's painful to feel. It's always easier to shut yourself off, shut yourself down, than it is to like trust in people and to feel something for someone, because people will let you down. Plain and simple, not like, anybody out there who's, thinking that I'm coming across like, oh, all people are evil. No, that's not, well, all people are capable of evil things. Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying. And so what he did, what he opted for, was just being cold and distant and fucking, because it's easier that way. Nobody can hurt you if you don't fucking open yourself up. So
it's one of my favorite quotes of all time. It's easier to hate than it is to love.
Which is absolutely true, but it's kind of what I'm referring to, and not to shit on what you're saying at all, but the way that what I'm bringing up, I believe is just a little bit more nuanced than that. That's kind of like a pretty blanket statement, which is not to take anything out of it. Not to take anything out of it or anything like that, but yeah.
But clearly it's more nuanced than that, and I don't mean to apply that statement to that conversation as though, oh, just chalk it up to that and don't think about it anymore.
Yeah, no, you get boss, man.
It applies. It's loosely, but it applies.
Yeah. But anyway, so the reason why I bring that up is just because of the whole, trusting doctors and shit like that. It's, I don't know, again, if you've really picked up on that side of my personality, but I really do. I hunger to trust people, man. Like, I really want to, and it's as toxic to me as anything anybody else could do, because I begin to have expectation. As soon as I start having expectation for people, it really fucks me up, man, because then they're on this plateau and they can't ever help but fall. They're gonna fall from that fucking plateau.
I know, you've already done it to me.
I plateaued your ass?
It feels like it at times.
Oh.
Like when you didn't show up for a stream, bro. And I'm like, we didn't even make a set date that we were gonna stream, bro.
Okay, there's a little bit of a difference between you bailing on me and not even telling me, and me putting you on a platform. Just saying.
No, I could have communicated better, but still. You seemed perturbed by the fact that I wasn't able to make the stream. Like you had that expectation of me. And again, I agree. I could have communicated better that I wasn't going to be able to make it that night.
No, absolutely. And again, you're not completely incorrect, because we did have a really strong chemistry off the bat, and I've kind of said this already before, at least once. Speaking of move, doggo, I don't want to blow you up with this fucking landmine. Speaking of John, dude, he and I took off like a rocket into space, man. Great fucking comedic chemistry, great, like we'd chat and great times. Then he deuced, which he had every right to. I don't feel like he was obligated to me in the slightest or anything, but it was just like, dude, he's gone. He's here one day and gone the next. And I believe that there was just some sort of, he was dealing with some stuff personally, and that's fine. But that doesn't always, acknowledging that it's fine that he has his own life doesn't always make it easier to stomach the fact that you thought you had something going with somebody and then they're gone.
Oh, I understand. That pretty much everything you're talking about pretty much sums up my relationship with women in general.
Sad bars. Keep it going.
I mean, yeah. How far do you want me to take it?
Make me cry, JoJo.
Make us cry, JoJo. I want to have sad snake.
The longest relationship I've ever been in lasted 6, maybe 7 months, and it ended with the girl cheating on me, dying, and her breaking up with me, and then me wanting to get back together.
Sounds about right.
I am. That's how broken I am.
Well, how would you say? How would you connect that to being broken, though? Like, I'm not saying that.
I just said that for like comedic value.
I'll go and fuck nuts. Don't talk about serious ass shit and then be like, guess what? Dank memes.
Just that.
Am I right?
I mean, I guess there's an element of truth to it. How would I attach that to being broken? I would attach that to like not standing up for myself.
So here's the thing. Like, I'm not asking you to now all of a sudden make that fit into being broken. But if there is any
What the
sort
fuck
of,
are you asking?
I don't know. Well, I mean, it was just weird kind of timing. You told this really personal story, and then it was like, dank meme, dog. Anyway, it's been for goddamn ever since Lucky's spoken. Lucky, what's up?
Hi, sorry, I'm responding to Erica. She is updating that thumbnail, and my god, does it fucking look amazing.
Oh, I gotta check that shit. I wish I could show it on. Oh, I
I'm
can
looking
show
right
it.
now too.
I could show it on stream, but I'd have to fuck with that. Let's see what she's done here.
Ah, I think she nailed the first one.
Ooh. So I don't see the
Right?
shadows in the second one.
It's
Yeah,
the
she
difference.
updated it. She said that was previous, and so the one above it is now.
I think that looks pretty good.
I think we got it. Get out of the fucking park.
Again, at least for me, I think that Lucky is going to be like, I had the general idea. For whatever reason, I have no idea why, but it just feels like Lucky would be able to take this one home, guide this one in. Gross. But
Not gross. You
Gladly.
high-key love it.
I do. Not gross. In fact. Hold up, I gotta see if I can. I got wobbly hands right now on my snake. I'm gonna see if I can.
Yo, come on, Mac. You're not even trying to
You
not.
made JoJo hee.
You did.
Fuck! I wasted so many shots on the stupid outpost.
He used.
He's got a
he
helmet.
used- He used dick joke. It was super effective.
I get it. I get it. Did he
It's
have a
a
helmet?
Pokemon joke. I'm glad you get it.
I don't think that. Right in the ass. I don't think that he had a helmet on, bro. I'm gonna check in a minute.
You shot 3 times, and it kept making the metal tink sound that it makes when you hit their helmet.
I'll give you a metal take sound.
Please.
I'll give you brain. That's again one of my favorite lines that you used, or one of the favorite lines that what?
That was all me, not Lucky.
I know. Jesus Christ! To have fun stroking
You were
yourself.
okay. We were saying it like it was Lucky, and I just had to clarify.
Yeah, I took it that
Credit
way
where
too. I was like,
credit
wait, that
due.
wasn't me.
Oh, whoopsies then.
You sounded.
Oh,
Mac.
look, this guy's struggling a little bit over here. Should I go give him a quick death?
Oh,
Should I let him just
Don't
bleed out?
like my favorite deathcore band's name, Make Them Suffer. So.
Here, I'll at least put him out while he dies. Where's that other guy? Where's that other guy? There was another guy. Oh! Pupper's already extracted him. Sweet.
What a good fucking dog.
I know. Sometimes derp is shit, but
Oh yeah, but not as bad as D-Horse.
so you know what was one of the best damn things that I learned about D-Horse?
What?
Was if you're running in a given direction and then you call D-Horse and then you press like E at the right time, or if you just like hold E or something, you will auto mount them or auto mount
Oh, yeah.
him and get off in that direction. I didn't know that.
Really?
Oh, No, don't get him. Did he die? I believe he died. Sweet. Get back over here. Get these fucking sheep or whatever the hell they are. I need to get this dumbass horn out of my head already. I'm tired of being evil. But yeah.
Did you play?
What?
Never mind. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But yeah, so if you're running and then you call D-Horse and then on the fly, it's super fucking convenient to get to where you gotta go. Nowhere near as much as having a doggy with a unlimited fucking Fultons on him. Because that,
Yeah.
once I found that out, I'm like, I never have to go back to get more Fultons. You
Oh,
goddamn
God, yeah.
right. Sign me the fuck up.
I knew I got lucky and somehow learned that about the horse, like pretty much within my first
Oh.
like
And did you
5
get me?
hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, no, but so here's the other thing that fucked me up about this stupid fucking game. I didn't find the dog until like halfway through the game.
Yeah, we've had this
Yeah,
conversation
we have.
before.
I'm sure we have, but it doesn't make it any less painful that I had to suffer through the goddamn game.
It's okay. It's like me on fucking Fallout 3, my first time ever playing. It took me until the end of the game to fucking find dog meat, so...
I never found Dogmeat in Fallout 3. I never once found him. He was in Fallout 3 till Fallout 4 came out, and he was such a big deal in that game. And then I'd read comments of people like, yeah, I loved him in Fallout 3. I'm like,
Did you
wait.
get a dog in New Vegas as well?
I don't know. I don't think I did.
Did you know that you get to use guns in Metal Gear Solid 5?
Did you know that if the Lord of the Rings fans and Star Wars fans fought, that's...
Hey, good thing Sif
Sorry,
isn't here.
Sif's not here.
But,
Dude.
by the way, Mr. Red Eyes is going to be joining the call in a minute. He's hit me up more than a few times to join up on this shit. So I'm glad that we finally going to be able to get him in on here.
That sounds
That'll
awesome.
be exciting.
Should so I got a couple different ways to go about this piece. I forget exactly how this mission runs, but I think one of them was a time-based thing. So I already fucked that up. But anyway, should I sweep through from the left and then come back down around the right and come back through, or should I sweep through the right and pick up all this shit first?
My OCDS is sweep to the right.
Same.
Okay, fuck it. Should I
Even
come
though I'm not
all
that
the way
OCD.
down here and clear this fucking thing out too, even though it's probably...
Nah.
Yeah,
It's probably not worth your time.
Yeah, fuck
Not
it.
worth the time, but if it were me, I would absolutely do it because I can't not.
Same. That's why when you guys were like, no, I'm like, fine. Thank you for saving me from myself.
JoJo's the only one that said no.
I thought you said no too.
I said it wouldn't be worth your time, but
Oh.
I would do it.
Yeah, well, I'll take that as a no. Thank you for
Okay,
saving
let
me
me
from
retract
myself.
my statement. Yes, do it.
Hey, eat a dick.
Not give in to me calling her a coward so
Well,
far.
you know what's funny
Yeah,
though
she-
is like, what's up, Jojo?
She really didn't give a fuck when he called her a coward.
Hey,
though.
I'll accept that.
So you know what's
Wow,
funny though is yeah, that was fucking hilarious because that was on stream. I think was that on tomorrow's video?
I did. Mac has old timers.
What an idiot! What a fucking idiot! How come these plants aren't on my? They weren't on my map. That makes me sad.
Because D-Dog's discovering them as you are running across.
Also, if you get a better intel team, you'll notice more of them.
Is that Mr.
Yes, sir.
Redskis?
Yeah, it is.
Sorry about
Miss-
the mic. I got my phone, but my headphones destroyed last week.
No, you sound juicy to me, man.
You sound better than most of the others with mobile.
True.
Let me turn you up a touch though.
Upgrading your intel team will get you more plants noticed on the map. What else? There's a mission in the... I can't remember the name of it. Oh, the side quests. The side quests. I can't think of the name of them. There's a side quest mission, something about water or field. If you get your side team to do it, it'll give you more... I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah,
Get rid
yeah.
of your...
The side ops. But here, just to hopefully this gets you kind of hard. Do you see my levels of all of my teams? I'm S.
God damn.
Yeah, I'm S on everything.
Oh, no, it's the deploy mission, not the
Yeah.
side ops.
Yeah. Right. I can't even fucking do them right now because
Please select
I'm not online because they're
Oh, no,
certain
on the left
maintenance.
side. All the way at the bottom it should be.
No. Oh wait, hold up. Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to. I know what you're talking about. If you do these missions, they actually weaken the forces, which is kind of cool. But
Oh, no, there should be one that's, oh, I can't remember the name of it. I'll look it up in a minute.
But anyway, the moral of the story is I've already got all 8 of my teams on online dispatch missions, like gathering mostly fuel and shit like that. Just because I don't like all of my teams are goddamn super duper, and most of the map is pretty much discovered at this point because I'm psychotic and I played a lot of this game.
Oh,
I can
try that.
tell.
You know what I got last week? I got the nuke cutscene.
Oh, you actually watched it on YouTube?
Margot Place.
No, like it triggered in my game.
Wait, a new cutscene or the new cutscene?
The nuke cutscene where all nukes are destroyed.
Destination.
What?
Yeah, I booted up and it was like, oh, we finally got rid of the last nuke, and I'm like, what?
Fuck are you talking?
Arrived
What?
at destination.
Well, how did that
You don't-
activate? Well, did it just right off the bat it played it?
I think it's just randomly triggered by accident, because literally the moment after I got out of the cutscene, it's like, hey, somebody made a nuke. And I'm like, okay? I honestly think it was just like, you know how sometimes it would trigger randomly?
Yeah. They used to
I'm mad I missed the birthday cutscene.
that birthday cuts. I don't think I've seen that one.
What did you put your birthday as when you made the snake at the start of the game?
Oh, I don't even fucking remember. Probably what it legitimately is. But the one that somebody else said that they never got to see it that I saw was Snake and Quiet playing in the rain, which Quiet.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
just her affinity for you high enough.
Oh,
Yep.
I got you. Yeah.
But if you play on the birthday that you put in, you get called to mother base as an emergency. Like, say somebody's invading your base,
Yeah.
they sing happy birthday to you. It's the greatest thing ever.
It's fucking awesome. I gotta get to that.
And if you have Quiet
Same.
unlocked, you have a cutscene with her also.
What is that fucking deal? I know that I can re-unlock Quiet, but I think that I have to like beat it 6 or 7 times or something like that, right? Isn't it
You
like-
got to the point to where she ran away from you.
I've completed
Mhm.
everything, Home Slice. Come on. All right, except for no, I haven't completed the like this secret versions of missions or whatever. Like I'll show you. Wait, can I even? Since I'm
But
in
you
it-
can actually get her back. I thought it was like one of those meme posts where it's like, yeah, just do it 8 times and she'll come back to you.
As far as I know, I can't speak for it because I haven't done it. But as far as I know, it's not a meme. You have to like, yeah, you do have to do like the same mission 6 or 7 times or something. As far as I know, but again, I haven't done it myself, so I can't speak for it.
I
I'm not
would
gonna-
have done it right away.
Juggernaut suit.
Marco Place.
Because she was
Not
fucking
worth
awesome.
it.
Up until when people got helmets, for her to send her in and have her just neutralize everyone was fucking awesome.
Oh god, yeah.
OP
Now
as
here's the
fuck.
question: did you get her the non-lethal sniper yet?
Yeah, and that was because I wouldn't. I hate taking people out. I love gaining or raising my forces. So run, little bitch,
Well,
and then
actually-
pass out. Yes. What?
The map has been updated.
If you actually make sure you don't kill anybody, it actually reduces your horn.
Yeah, I'm working on that right now. I had I was killing it for the longest time in this game. I wasn't really killing a whole lot of people. And then hold up, are there people in this? There are almost definitely people in this phase.
I made a nuke once, and I haven't got rid of my horn yet.
So I should probably make my nuke while I have such a big horn. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like anybody's actually.
Oh wow,
in this
Mac bragging about having a big horn.
one. You goddamn right.
Yeah, what's new?
I didn't realize John was back.
Incarnate.
But anyway, though, I should probably make my nuke while I have this big ass horn.
I mean,
because,
there's no real point unless you're going for like the 100%.
to get a nuke.
No, like if you're going for the 100% game completion,
Wait, there's no reason to do what?
make a nuke.
That's what I just fucking said.
Oh, then why you want to make one? It's a waste.
To
of
go to
resources.
100% game. This sounds like we're having the same conversation. We just don't know it.
Updated. Marco Place.
It is also
My
4:30
brain
in the
hurts.
morning, so
Yeah. I'm hating why this shit is glitching. I kind of understand it because I'm streaming it like
Arrived at your destination.
I'm streaming on 2 different places right now, and it's a laptop, and it's just a whole bunch of bad shit. But anyway,
You're
oh,
playing on a laptop right now?
yes, sir.
God, you casual.
Oh my god, it's incredible! I can play on max fucking settings. It's an 8 gigabyte fucking video card. Bitch.
Weird flex, but okay.
No, it's been a while since you whipped that one out. Or wait, was that? I think that was John that used to do that one constantly.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
Mac, have
completely
you made
forgot
the
about that meme.
ever said
the
that.
Infinite bandana yet?
What's that, Miss Redis?
Have you made the infinite bandana yet?
Yeah, come on, man. You gotta stop bringing up this fucking level 2 shit. I mean, I'm on level 92.
What is this amateur hour?
Yeah, seriously. Are you fucking dirty casual?
the biggest noob at this game here, though. Realistically,
You are?
I am for sure. Lucky, Red Eyes, and you definitely know more about this game than I do. 100%.
I
was-
run into one of these buildings and the fucking guard be in there
Oh no, I got
with his luck.
I got Doggo. He's scouting shit. He'd tell me. But you know, so I was giving this ride to this one dude who was having a really bad fucking night, and just had a whole lot of drama with friends and shit like that, and we were connecting really well. It was just a really good fucking conversation. He was opening up, and he's like, "I'm." The classic, I'm usually this person for other people line. I love getting that one. But eventually, I guess he was just looking for like a sense of normality. He just wanted to hear me talk about something that was just not drama and shit. So he actually asked about Metal Gear because like gaming came up and shit. And he was like, "So what is it about the Metal Gear timeline? Like, if you had like a couple of minutes to explain." I'm sorry, Lucky. I could have technically gathered those without getting outside of the bounds of the map, but that was too risky.
You're a
Anyway.
failure.
I'm so disappointed.
But anyway, so he's like, if you had like 3 minutes to explain it to me, I'm like, there's no way I can. Like, okay, let me try it in 3 minutes. Like, there's Big Boss, or is that even the beginning? Yeah, so there's Big Boss, and he runs out and he does these fucking missions, and then they clone him because he's a legendary soldier, and then a whole bunch of wacky, dumb shit, nanomachines, based on whatever mood fucking Hideo Kojima was in.
Done.
Yeah, whatever mood Hideo Kojima is in at that time, whether or not he's going to make it wacky, wacky fun time, or actually make it like one of the most badass military stories ever. So, and he was like, cool, that's very unsatisfying. I'm like, now you know what it's like to be a Metal Gear fan.
Enemy presence detected.
Yeah.
That's how
I've always thought it was very convoluted and hard to enjoy. I loved the first game. The first game on PS1 is still to this day my favorite Metal Gear Solid game.
It's a good goddamn overall game, man. Just because it's like, it does have its supernatural aspects, and I think that just kind of comes from Japan. You just
Yeah.
you just get that kind of wackiness when anything comes, the story comes.
Yes, a
along.
giant flaming whale.
Yeah, there you go. Like, I did not. As soon as the beginning of this fucking game, I was like, oh, this is gonna be kind of like. Or actually, you know what I love is when people talk about 3 with any sort of fondness regarding. Hold on a second, let me talk to. Oh, what a shot!
Oh,
That's my ex-brother-in-law. That's his favorite one. That's the only one he ever wanted to talk about was Metal Gear 3
So here's the thing about
and the
Metal.
boss fight at the end of the game.
Don't get me
Metal-
wrong, it's a great game.
Yeah.
I'll admit it. It's just overhyped in my opinion.
Yep.
Everybody's like, it's so great. And I'm like,
Sun will
Yeah,
rise
it is.
momentarily.
I completely
it's-
agree. To me, what it comes down to is great game, but when people begin to say it's like the best Metal Gear or the best story, like I think that is really just subjective. You know, you can love whatever you want about any given story, but I think that people begin to give it this air of like seriousness. But if you fucking play that game back, it is the most tongue-in-cheek, dumb shit-ass storyline in the fucking.
it's just like, it starts out as a James Bond game,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, don't get me wrong, it's par for the course, maybe even a little bit lighter. No, do not go get him. Do not go get him. Get your ass back here. Yeah. Is it?
Okay, fun
Dude,
fact about that game, not a lot of people know.
What's up?
In Metal Gear 3, if you eat something enough times,
Have arrived at your
if Snake likes it, he'll start to dislike it.
And if he dislikes it, he'll
something he
begin to
doesn't-
like it. Yep.
I love that fact.
So I've watched a couple of videos where it's like shit you probably didn't know about Metal Gear Solid 3. There are a whole lot of details. Same thing with 2 actually, where I think one of the most interesting ones from 2, there's this cup with glass in it in the Snake portion of the game, the tanker portion of the game.
destination.
If you knock over that cup of glass, the ice will melt in real time, which I don't know why they put that detail into that. There's like no reason to have done that, but they did it.
Placed.
How many players do you think would actually notice that in like actual without looking into it?
Precisely why I bring up that there is no reason to have done it.
You have arrived at your destination.
But yeah, regarding 3 though, again, loved it. love that fucking game. But again, when people think that like it stands head and shoulders above anything else, it's like, okay, everybody can have their own opinion. I'm happy, you're happy, but don't begin saying it's better than one storyline. Because, and especially, at least, and this is a huge personal preference thing, the boss, I thought she was horribly done in that game. I thought that she could have come across as such a badass, but she was so fucking campy and so fucking like robotic.
Campy.
What's that?
Campy's the
Affecting
best
Soviet
word to
Russia.
describe.
I mean,
Sorry.
I did love her gun though. Her gun was nice.
You loved what?
Her gun. I
Oh,
can't
her
remember what it
gun.
was.
It's called the Patriot. But so
I can remember what.
you pretty much to sum up the whole fucking game, all you need to say is "Row."
Oh shit.
That part. As soon as that happened, I'm like, oh, we're doing it like this, huh? We had this
Oh,
badass
Ocelot.
theme going on, and then Ocelot fucking whips his head around, like, "Row." And I'm like, we're okay. Okay. I forgot you were Metal Gear for a bit there. You were almost too cool. Now we're back
Here's
to
how I see it. When he did that, I was like, okay, he's just fucking with you at this point. That was the whole point of it.
Legitimately.
Nah, but here's the thing. I'll totally say with as much as I love Metal Gear 5, and I love Metal Gear 5, story is just as bonkers as anything else, but its serious parts I think are so well executed. And I'll say this much, and I really want to do like a really extended, long-winded fucking talk on Maxception about Metal Gear and how much I love it, or Metal Gear 5 at least. Changing to Kiefer Sutherland. I was initially so fucking pissed off. I was initially not even going to play Metal Gear 5 because I was so pissed off. I've heard David Hayter talk a lot. I've grown as much of an appreciation as you can for someone you don't know for David Hayter. He just seems like a totally fucking solid guy. And especially, I think that one of the biggest testaments you can have for somebody is not when things are going well, but when things go poorly. And the way that he responded regarding Metal Gear 5 and getting dunked on and how they handled it and it was total garbage, he actually, like, I'm not going to say it's the only reason why I play it, but it was huge for him to say, like, hey, look, if you love Metal Gear, like, play that game. Love that game. Have a great fucking time. Just because I'm not in it doesn't mean you shouldn't still enjoy it. And I was like, oh my god, Daddy said it was okay to play. I can still go play
Oh my
it.
god.
You know, it was definitely an
My
element.
hopes and dreams are restored.
But it was just, you know, it was, I don't know. I really do get attached to people. You know, I get connected to people. And, like, even if I don't know them, they don't know me. Oh, God, you are the worst fucking soldier in the world. You're going to get shot in the head. So it was just cool to hear him, like, be okay with it. But to go back to the reason why I brought that up, mark that fucker. Thank you. I really felt like it was actually the smarter move. It could have been handled differently, but I feel like Kiefer Sutherland's subtlety, that was kind of like the Snake I always wanted, which, don't take that as dirty, but it was the version of him. He was so much more subtle. He spoke so much more infrequently, and it was so nuanced. Again, I feel like I'm kind of beating that word up, but it was just the small touches were so much more noticeable, and he wasn't beating you over the head with fucking plot and Metal Gear. What? Fucking landmines? Security camera? You know, it was like, it was just little subtle things with his face. You could see, you know, what he was intending to convey. When I first heard they were going that direction, I was like, this is the dumbest shit ever. And then I played it, and I'm like, it took a while for me to be won over, but I got there, man. And definitely, this is my favorite Snake, even though it's not Snake. Spoilers alert.
Yeah. I mean, I think
But
we
we're
all
all
know
Snake.
that.
But we're
It's
all
been
Snake.
Yeah,
Dumb.
I mean,
If you're not gonna finish
know?
the game by then, it's kind of your own fault.
yeah, exactly. I don't feel bad about spoiling of this
That would be
game.
like me saying to you, don't spoil Iron Man 1. I haven't watched it yet. I'm an asshole.
Oh,
It's been more than... I'm the asshole.
You can go fuck yourself if you say that. If you say that unironically, you can go fuck yourself. Whoever that person
Lebowski
is.
is Iron Man.
Lebowski.
No, but that's it. Like,
Yeah,
It's like,
Lebowski,
don't-
the dude is Iron Man.
No, we're all Iron Man.
Oh, we're all the Joker, actually.
Yeah, that's actually very
he's
accurate.
got his fine,
That's the real spoiler, though.
Fuck balls. Go down. Oh shit, guys, we're about to have a fucking problem here.
Hey, you want to know who
Me
we
at
all
my
really are? No,
There
you're
we go.
good.
We're good. What?
You want to know who we all really are?
Who?
Alright, I'm done.
All
So
I
we
heard-
all agree.
Wait, I didn't
given
hear
the
what you actually
opportunity-
said. Who are we all?
We're all Sith.
Oh god. Yeah, there's a special place
Yeah,
to come out
right.
for you. I hate it when fucking D-Dog does this. Look, person right there. Extract. Oh look, you're actually gonna do it this time. Good fucking job.
So why the white skin for D-Dog though?
Oh, cause
Any reason behind that?
it looked the best to me. Like the other ones, don't get me wrong, they were nice, but they all kind of looked a little bit. I don't know. They just didn't look as good as a whole. I think that they look kind of dirty, if I remember correctly. But
Mac, you grab. Is that oh, what's that called? That package spot behind you.
package. Oh, right there. What
Did you
about?
grab
Oh, did I
the
grab
invoice
the
there?
thing?
Does not have the invoice.
More likely than not, but let's see if I didn't. I did. Good. Good
Okay.
pick. Good pickup though. Let's see if I can headshot this piece with my fucking pistol. Pistola.
Distance.
Nope. Shot number 2. Nope. Shot number 3. Oh, third time's a charm.
Here you go.
Oh, people are crying. Okay, I'm gonna play this. You ready for this? You ready for this, y'all? Give me that fucking stun grenade. Ah, shit, I
Kobe.
fucked it up. Oh, god damn it! I threw way more than I wanted
Wow.
to.
That was ridiculously bad.
Thanks, man.
That was 3.
Of course.
How
Anything different from me?
am I gonna address this? Is that a security camera? No, we're good.
Security camera.
Security camera. Well, one thing's for goddamn sure. That guy's stunned as fuck. Okay.
Say so.
He's probably going to get up. Well, he got triple stunned. There we go. Oh, shit.
Poor
Oh, shit.
dude.
Who's
Oh
seen
my
me?
god, no,
Oh,
another one.
Oh,
I don't get how
I
you're,
got that
you're
motherfucker's
around
attention.
a wall and you got hit with it.
Then my stun grenades are that good. They stun through walls. Okay, that guy's on the radio. He shouldn't see me. Does D-Dog have this kind of range? Come on, go get him. 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 Attaboy! I did not think he was going to be able to pull that off. Oh, shit. Fuck. Get this guy.
Wait, why don't you destroy the things up there?
Because that's going to be loud.
You don't have the water pistol?
No, I'm not packing it. I got better shit to carry right now. Oh, you were about to call it in. You gonna go get that guy? You get that guy too? Can you even get that guy? Don't you have to go down a ladder? Can you? He's on his way.
Don't question D-Dog's abilities.
Yeah, I
I-
think you'd be surprised.
Oh my god. You are a miracle worker. Thank you very much. Holy
Good
shit.
dog.
I totally unintentionally
Getting
avoided
looked
those guys.
Nope, you're just a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Ah.
Okay, let's see if they're close
So
enough
you're
for-
familiar with Harry Potter lore, are you?
No, just that fucking meme. Yeah.
I know.
Look at these
Oh.
fucking taking motherfuckers out with stun grenades, man. This is what I do. Are you
It only
there?
took 6.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. This guy's about to get executed. Anybody want to say goodbye to this guy?
Fuck
Good
him.
night, motherfucker.
Oh!
Hey, look. Oh, I thought he was gonna fold in his corpse. That happens sometimes.
My favorite thing I ever got in this game is the what do they call it? It's like it's a grenade you throw out, and when you press the button, it pops out and it kept hitting, and it's the greatest thing ever.
I got you, baby. You ready?
I can't remember the name of it.
I got you, baby. There we go. Nobody saw that one. Fuck, where are they all going to? Everybody's running away. They finally get the hint.
They're regrouping, I think.
Yeah. Why
The one
is
guy called it out.
D-Dog staring at my... What is...
But wouldn't you stare at yourself?
That's a good call. I didn't even... That guy wasn't popping
Analysis
up.
complete.
Oh, Max, I'm scrolling through YouTube this morning. You know what YouTube recommends me?
Dick pics?
Oh, God. No, that'd be terrifying, though. The old-ass WWE match that you made.
Oh my god. That I made. Oh shit. Fuck.
Or-
Fuck.
Um,
Yeah, you made
I
it, right?
streamed whatever.
Alright,
That
I'm
was fun as fuck.
about to take this motherfucker out. Y'all ready for this?
Use the
Bum,
box.
bum, 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 bum,
I
bum,
do have a
bum,
box,
bum,
but I have not mastered it yet. Hey, check it out. Oh shit. Hey, guess what, bitch? I'll take out your leg first.
Shoot him in the dick.
Gotta master the box, bro.
And your dummy just killed somebody or knocked somebody out.
Right in the dick.
Oh!
Again, the old dick shot.
Hey,
Oh.
the
old
old
dick
dick shot. Who's this dick?
Analysis.
Hey, Red Eyes. If I remember correctly.
Hey, I
What?
gotta back out real quick. I'll be right back.
Wow.
Just continue as you were.
Fucking kidding me right now? Mister, I want to have serious conversations all night long. Oh, he's
You'll
already-
be fine.
Oh.
You got lucky. You got red
Go!
eyes.
The sooner you leave me, the sooner you'll be back. Go ahead.
Oh,
Mr. Red Eyes.
What's up?
I remember like a few days ago, or like a few weeks ago, you were going through some shit. It sounded like in the chat. You want to chat?
Yeah.
You want to chat all about it?
If you're up for it.
I'm down, man. That's why we're here.
Alright, so it all started. I go to
Analysis
PA
complete.
August 21st, like the last week of August. Me and my girl go to PA. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Go out there, you can see the stars. I'm in East Bumblefuck. Closest Wendy's is 50 minutes away. So we come back, get in a little bit of a fight. You leave me. It fucked me up. My car breaks down. My car is dead now. It's done. Love that fucking car. And my job sucks. So yeah, I was going through a few things. Having a hard week. I'm a little better now.
Brutal, man. Did you do anything specific to kind of get over it, or were you just naturally cope over time?
Porn, weed, alcohol.
Let me ask you about this. I'm not sure if you were looking to be analyzed, but you should probably be used to that by now. With
Oh, I have no problem with that. I've been analyzed since I was a kid.
There
You
we
know, autism.
go. That's only kind of funny.
No, it's funny if the person that makes the joke is actually retarded. There you go.
Wait, it's funny if they are actually retarded or not.
Yeah. Okay. If the person that, how I see it is, if the person is that thing. So like if a black man makes a black joke, it's okay to laugh at.
Yeah.
If a mentally challenged kid makes a mentally challenged joke, it's okay.
So what's interesting about that is I see that as actually different. Lucky, I'm interested in a third opinion on this, but I see it as like if a mentally handicapped dude is making mentally handicapped jokes, I'm sort of like, that's not that funny because he's legitimately mentally handicapped. That's sad. But yeah, if a black dude makes black dude jokes, then it's like, oh yeah, he's just, you know, he's black, he's
Well,
dealing with it.
that's
on-
why I hate Carlos Mencia. He ain't
Oh,
actually Hispanic.
Oh, he's not for real?
Yeah, he's German and Hungarian.
Oh my god. Lucky
That's
you.
why Joe Rogan hates him also.
Nice. Well, didn't he also steal
His
jokes?
real name isn't even Carlos. It's Ned.
Is it? Are you memeing me right now? Are you sure?
No, I swear to God on my heart. Look it up.
Lucky, how do you feel about the racist jokes for the same race versus retarded?
I honestly feel that both are funny in the context, but it also depends on the joke itself of whether or not it's funny. Because, I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, I make a lot of fucking jokes about the fact that I was fucking abused for 9 years, and I think it's absolutely fucking hilarious.
See,
it-
I see it as
Arrived
Like, yeah, I see the parts where it's like, okay, that could be offensive to some people, but it's more of like my comedy. It's like, if I offend you, come to me and tell me, so I won't make the joke again.
I think that's really important. For me, at least, like I'm learning to get less conscious, like offensive conscious over time. I shaded way hard on the side of being more conscious, being more aware of offending people, and being more offended for people. When I began to realize that, like, and it got to a point to where it was like toxic, where I was actually like upset and like toxic toward people that were, as I perceived to be toxic. So I'm finally getting to a point to where I'm just like, you know what? Some people just find shit funny that I don't, and that's okay. They can joke about whatever the fuck they want to joke about. What I choose to surround myself with is up to me. You know, so it's like I'm beginning to kind of. This is risky the way I'm taking this guy down. Ah, we're good.
You're better than me. C4 on a fucking truck and drive it right in.
He's dead. Yeah, we're good.
Thank God they can't make calls when they're on their back like that.
Yeah, seriously. I'm in too much pain to talk. But yeah, for me, that and we talked about regarding Sif. Sometimes he'll step on lines. Sometimes he'll say shit that's I feel is inappropriate. But it's about being able to go, okay, what is his intent? What is his intention? And sometimes, you know, one of my favorite fucking lines ever is "The road to hell is paved with good intentions." I fucking love that one. And that needs to be realized. But at the same time, it's like he might make a joke that I'm like, hey, dude, it's a little bit too far. And before, I probably actually have talked to a few people, like maybe even secretary, where I'm like, hey, it's a matter of time until Sif fucks up and we're like, get the hell out of here. Just because you know, like I really am conscious of the optics of what happens on this channel. You know, I want it to be a place where people feel accepted and comfortable and don't feel judged, and you know, where it's cool. But at the same fucking time, and it's a really hard thing to balance, you gotta also not be, or at least in my opinion, the way that I want to do it, I don't want to be fucking Barney, you know? Like, I don't want to have some super safe, if I fucking nailed him with that shot, I didn't, damn it. I don't want to have some super safe fucking channel that's full of pussies. You know, like, that is not my goal. So,
Just gotta put this in there. Barney was the complete opposite of safe.
I mean, yeah, he was hugging little children.
Yeah, the dude who portrayed Barney was actually found out to be a chomo.
Wasn't
not,
the same
so,
thing?
hold on a second, hold on a second. You talking about the guy who was
Okay.
in the suit, or are you talking about which
The
guy?
guy who
talking
was
about
in the suit,
real
that's who I was told was, yeah.
Negative. You gotta check your facts. As far as I knew, I can't say directly. Fuck, this guy's getting revived. You guys ready for this? Check this out. Oh shit.
I know the Elmo guy got proven, but then the person recanted because of the statutory, what's
So,
it called?
regarding
Too many years.
regarding the Barney guy, I watched a video on him actually. It was a pretty fucking cool dude in the video, and it was pretty recent. I don't think that they would have released something showing off the Barney guy if he was a chomo. Recent, you know, like if it were a while ago that video came out, and then since then he'd come out to be one. But I don't know. One of us is misinformed or something. I don't know.
I'm looking this up real quick.
Look
to
it up,
check
baby.
My facts.
Yeah, no, I love it.
If I wasn't on my phone, I would have been.
I love. Is this guy down? I'm pretty sure I shot this guy at the ladder, right?
Yeah, he jumped off the ladder when you saw him.
Okay, but is he? Yeah, he's
Like,
dying.
he flung himself.
Oh, look at him. He's suffering in the water. That's cute. Time to die.
Drown.
Drown, motherfucker.
You know, if you actually knock them out and then drop them in water, they'll actually drown
Yep.
if they're face down in it.
I found that one the hard way a few times. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go get him, and then I stopped breathing. I'm like, wait, what? He was just asleep, face down in water. That's not how that works. Oh wait, that is how that works. Lucky how we coming along with that, whether or not Barney was a child molester.
So right now, this thing I'm finding is saying that he left to become a tantric sex guru. who
Oh,
charges
so,
$350 per session.
Yeah. That does not make him a pervert. That makes him a fucking player, in my opinion.
He wants to be Austin Powers.
But funny. Oh wait, not Austin. I thought you were actually talking about the Love Guru, the other Mike Myers movie.
I forget about that movie because it was so crap.
I've never seen it. I hesitate to
It's
make.
not worth it. It has
I-
like 3 good jokes, and it's an hour-and-a-half movie.
Are you fucking kidding? I missed this fucking asshole. God damn it. They completely re-guided
God,
me.
man. I think Helen Keller could have hit that one easier.
Here we go. That's hilarious. There we go. He was the last guy too. Yay. But no. So regarding Love Guru, it's the same sort of thing. Like it'd been forever since I've seen. What is it? Batman Returns. What's the one with the bat nipples? Is it Batman Returns or Batman Forever
Batman Forever.
or Batman and Robin?
Yes, Batman and Robin, because it was
Bat-
Clooney.
Yeah, it was Clooney and it was
Ugh.
the bat nipples. Anyway, so here's the thing. It is
The Batman turn.
It is super popular to rag on that fucking movie. Super fucking popular. It's hard to throw a rock and not hit somebody who's gonna shit on that movie. I watched it again. It's funny. Like, to me at least, and I know that there are also movies that work like this, where it's sarcastically, unintentionally funny. But also, you hear stories about, what the fuck am I supposed to do to this thing? Hold on a second. Target FLM. What am I supposed to do to this fucking area?
I just can't with that stupid fucking bat. Isn't that the one with the bat credit card?
The bat what?
The bat credit card.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Again, so when they were shooting that movie, the director would constantly tell them, and as I imagine you would have to be constantly told, he was like, this is a comic book movie. This is a joke. Do not take this seriously. We're having fun. This is not about, they were not going for the fucking Nolan bullshit. I mean, like, Nolan movies were good. Don't get me wrong for a fucking second. But, and way overhyped, speaking of overhyped movies, the fact that I believe in IMDb's top 10 is The Dark Knight, that's fucking depressing. It's a great movie. Don't get me wrong for a second. But, like, I think it's top 10 or top 20. That's just dumb.
The map has been updated.
That's head of Donnie Darko. That's unacceptable.
The only reason I like The Dark Knight is because it has what's his name? Heath Ledger.
And that's the thing. That was pretty badass, by the way. I did not think that
Yeah.
that grenade was going to blow the thing up. That was fucking rad. And I think that's why it gets as, oh shit, I've already done this fucking mission. Oh, I think the last time I did it was on full stealth. No wonder. Anyway,
Oh God.
don't get me wrong for a second. So I totally understand where you're coming from, and I totally agree that Heath Ledger, legendary performance. The first time I watched it, I was too much in a everybody likes this, I'm gonna not like it because I'm edgy mood, and I didn't appreciate it as much as it should have been appreciated. But when I watched it again, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna not watch this through those eyes. I'm gonna watch it, give it a fair chance. He put on a ridiculous performance, and his performance, to say that performance belongs among the greats, I am all about that. That is one of the best goddamn performances of all time. But the whole, I don't know, man. It's tough for me to put a goofy ass fucking superhero movie in with the likes of legit badass fucking movies.
Updated.
Like, I can't do that. And especially with how many, like, weird, goofy-ass fucking plot holes and bonkers, banana bullshit happen in that fucking movie.
Updated.
That, to me at least, kind of knocks any ability for it to be taken seriously out of the question. Am I babbling?
Yeah, it was. Nah. I always felt Joker's plan in that movie was like, oh, I thought of everything. It's like, so are you a man with a plan or no plan?
So, interestingly enough, I'm glad that you brought that up. Because a lot of people, again, I've watched like a lot of movie criticism shit stuff. A lot of people bring that up. Like, does he have a plan or doesn't have a plan? To me, what it comes down to, I think that when he says he doesn't have a plan, it's a part of a bigger ploy. Like when he's telling Harvey Dent, that do I look like a guy with a plan? It's about convincing Harvey Dent to not, to be evil and not to take it out on Joker, but to take it out on everybody else. The only way he's going to do that is by convincing them, or convincing Harvey Dent that he's not the guy with the plan. And the way you do that is by convincing him, by telling him. So I totally get that side of it. Like, that doesn't surprise me at all. Or that didn't confuse or surprise me at all.
The only thing that breaks my heart is Heath Ledger was actually supposed to be in the third movie with Bane and all that.
Oh, no shit. I didn't know that they actually had plans for him.
Yeah, that's why you see the Joker calling card at the end of The Dark Knight.
Wait, no.
It's supposed to hint that he's still out there.
The Joker card wasn't at the end of The Dark Knight. It was at the end of Batman Begins, homeboy.
No, there was another one.
Are you sure?
I didn't think about that, actually. But I know there was a hint that Joker's supposed to reappear in... what's it called? I always forget the third one's movie name.
The Dark Knight Rises. That movie was so
There we
shit. Oh, and by the way, I think that is on some movie list, fucking top 10 bullshit. That pissed me off as bad as anything. Because that movie was hot fucking garbage.
Yeah.
And especially the first time that Bane talked, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? They didn't fix this stupid ass voice? Anybody else feel similarly, or am I alone on this one?
It bothers me that Bane has always been Spanish.
Oh, for real? Oh, that makes sense for the luchador mask. Isn't that what he usually rocks, is a luchador mask?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Where did
But
my,
yeah, he was always,
why,
where'd he
why,
go?
why did my dog go all the
Where'd
fucking
he
way?
go?
Seriously. Are you going to do your fucking job? Thank you.
But, yeah, that's what angered me so much about that movie was it was like, oh, he's coming too. This guy. I'm like, well, why?
And don't get me wrong for a second. I love me some Tom Hardy. I love me some Tom
Oh,
Hardy.
yeah.
But as a matter of fit, I was like, really? Okay. You go from
My
somebody
opinion
as...
of if
okay.
you change the nationality of a character too much,
Yeah.
like noticeably, it ruins the character for me.
I get that.
Analysis complete. Analysis
I get where you're coming from with that. It makes sense to me. I would imagine feeling very similarly if I knew that going in. But again, I don't know how much more I needed than just hearing his fucking voice and being like,
Post captured.
that is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. Why must you
See,
do this
like,
to me?
I understand changing the character for iterations, you know, how like different Jokers are, how different certain characters are.
Hmm.
So it bothers me when it's like, here's a character that's been around for the 30s or 40s.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, he's a great actor. But it's just, it bothers me.
I think very understandably. Especially, hey, JoJo's back!
Yes,
Welcome
he
back,
is.
JoJo.
It's hard not to be off-putting though when you have a big fucking macho badass dude that sounds like a knockoff fucking Skeletor.
Oh, my name's Batman! It's nice to meet your acquaintance, Batman! Oh my god. And then one of the, I was watching a video that shit on his fucking comeback line. Oh no, it was Batman's comeback line. By the way, I gotta say this much as well.
Extraction.
Christian Bale in 2 and 3, like, he's an incredible actor, don't get me wrong for a second. But again, another thing that really takes out of any sort of consideration for how incredible of an overall movie it is, his Batman was just basically a placeholder. Especially in 2 for how amazing Joker was. He basically just had to hold the fucking bags while Joker ran the show. Which is fine.
Very fucking much.
Yeah, which is fine, but it's like, you can't have that lopsided of a cast. And especially with Harvey Dent ending of the fucking movie, I was like, what are you even doing anymore?
Alright, here's my serious question.
Yeah.
Everybody's opinion on, what's his name? Not the newest Batman, the one that just...
Ben Affleck?
What's everybody's opinion? Because I fucking hate him.
Okay, so here's the thing. When that was announced, I was like, what the fuck are they doing? Are you kidding me? Then I actually watched.
Train approaching.
Did I actually finish that turd ass bullshit, horrible fucking movie? I think that I did.
It was disgusting.
The whole fucking. I think I watched Batman v Superman, and I watched a little bit of Suicide Squad before I was like, I can't do this. This shit is just too fucking stupid. It's bad. Like I'll watch a stupid movie, but I won't watch a bad movie. Like a movie where I'm just like, this is just no. There's no direction. None of this shit makes sense. But anyway, so after watching it, absolutely 100% changed my fucking mind on Ben Affleck playing Batman. He's probably it's hard to say better than Bale, but he's up there. He's way up there.
Oh god, yeah, he is. I thought he was the only saving grace to Batman v Superman.
Same. Which was so fucking backwards to me. I went in committed to hating him as Batman. He changed my mind about Batman more than Joker changed my mind about Joker. In terms of like going into a movie planning to hate something. Like I was pretty much immediately like, oh my god, he nailed it. Because I don't really think that Ben Affleck's necessarily a good actor as a whole. Like, not the best. But he went in there, he was Batman, man. It's just like when I looked into his eyes, I was like, that's my Batman. Hashtag that's my Batman.
See, he may not be the absolute best actor, but I have always been a fan of him, and I was excited when I heard that he was going to be Batman. Like, something in me knew he was going to do good with it. I had faith, and he did not disappoint.
That makes one of us. I went into hard believing that I was going to disappoint the shit out of me, and I was blown away. I mean, it's DECU, so I was like, it's gonna be testy at best, probably gonna disappoint me. But I just was knocked back with how, again, just like, I can watch a bad fucking movie and still, if somebody acts very well, if somebody just kills it at a role, even if I think the movie is garbage, I'll be able to go like, oh my god, he fucking did really well.
Hello?
In the role. What's up, JoJo? Oh.
Hi, JoJo.
Oh my god, I've been trying to get in the past 5 minutes. It's not working.
So
You couldn't even hear me even without me watching. It was weird.
oh, fucking. So are you watching now though, or are you not watching?
No, I'm not, because I'm afraid it's going to fuck it up.
Do you have any idea what changed?
Nothing at all, dude. I literally just took my headphones off and walked away and then came back and it wasn't working.
That is so fucking weird. So by the way, I don't know why. I was supposed to extract some child soldiers. I didn't see any fucking child soldiers to
Extraction arrived
extract
at
from that
Mother
base.
Yes, mission complete.
Yeah, I didn't see him either.
S rank.
No, it's going to be a max A. For some reason, it gave me a rank restriction. What did I do that I didn't remember?
It should tell you.
Item uses equipment support.
I didn't use equipment support. I used I think it was the sneaky sneak suit. I'm almost positive.
Said equipment use support and other reduction factors.
Wait, was it, you say equipment use?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Okay. Because I'm almost positive, and that sucks, man. I was really going for that S. But I still need to figure out why the fuck I couldn't find any children. Let me go dive in the bushes real quick. Okay. Because I'm almost positive it was, I was supposed to extract some fucking chitterins in that.
Yeah, you were. It was flashing at the top at the end screen.
But I didn't see any fucking chitterins.
I
Yeah.
didn't either.
Where are you at, chitterins? Was it pitch dark? There,
Yeah.
Yeah. Exfiltrated the hot zone before Methydin oil field was sealed off. I didn't even felt like I did that.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Are you watching the
Nate?
stream?
No, but I'm just streaming it over on YouTube right now, so.
Oh, there we go. Twitch is a little bit faster. I'm not sure if you can do that without a login, but from what I heard from Secretary, it's faster on there.
I don't
Yeah,
think.
it has a faster refresh rate than YouTube because YouTube sucks.
extracted 4 Walker gears sealing off Methydna oil field. I didn't even get to there. I just extracted them as quickly as possible. I hate that fucking mission.
Yeah, I thought you extracted all 4.
No, there were 2, but I just didn't know where the other fucking 2 were. Lame. Jojo, was there anything else that you wanted to touch on tonight? Because this was supposed to be a super serious talky talk night for you, baby.
If there was, I can't remember it at this point.
That's sad.
Railed by all the other people showing up and just not even talking about Pacific at first.
Yo, I found a Rice Krispie treat.
Ooh!
It's a good damn night.
Wait, what happened?
That thing is like fucking 2 months old.
Alright, I got you on Twitch now. I'm watching there.
Bless you.
I got one more thing about comic books. Fun fact. You know there's actually a comic book where they turn Punisher black.
I'm not
Really?
nerdy enough. I guarantee you Lucky knows about this though.
You say Punisher being black?
Yeah. Like, not like, oh, here's an origin story where it's like he was born black. No, it's white, got fucked up, they made him black. I wish I could make this shit up.
Made my whole night.
Let me find this. I'll find a picture for it.
He said it like, dude, like he knew all about
that
it. Like,
that was for the storyline of the final days. It was
oh,
a short
shit.
storyline.
Lucky, how do you know so many fucking references? It is weird. Sometimes the random shit you know, man.
I'm just fucking nerdy and know some random shit. It's what I'm good at.
Hey, Lucky, what year did we land on the moon?
69.
1964.
I don't care.
Oh.
According to the masses, never. That was all fake.
Ooh, well, I don't know if that's the masses, but I know that
Stanley Kubrick filmed it all, so
I think that there's good reason.
69. Damn it, why was I wrong?
I said 69.
Why do I say
Congratulations.
63
Jojo,
every
why do
time?
you get so obsessed with getting a stroke sometimes?
What? I don't even understand if that's satirical, if I should even humor that with an answer.
You technically just did.
Okay, can I log in? Can I even do it from here, or do I have to? Fuck. Because it's after 2, and I think that it's only 2 hours that that the shit's down, but I don't really have a whole lot to accomplish over here anymore, so.
Oh, fuck, Mac, where can I post these 2 just panels of this comic so you can see it real quick?
Just DM me, Dad.
The map has
Either that or,
I got this.
yeah.
It is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh, please.
all clear.
Get it to me as quickly as possible.
There you go.
Alright, what am I looking at here? What is this? Black Punisher.
Yeah.
Let him have it. Now
It was
that,
literally to hide his identity.
now
and
that
so
I'm
they made him
black, I don't like it
unrecognizable.
any better. What?
Yeah.
Get out of the car, turn and face the vehicle. Oh, is that just a? Wow. So, how about
This
that?
comic was fuck.
These times they are a changing.
Oh, who texted me?
Please select a mission.
Hey, Lucky, I'm surprised that you're still alive, by the way, after Sif found out where you lived.
I know. Thursday, we'll find out if one of us lives or dies.
There can only be one.
It's crazy that you guys actually live close enough to each other to go visit each other.
Oh yeah, we're like maybe 30 minutes away.
Well, I mean,
Really?
when I go visit my family in Northern California, I mean, you know,
Oh,
What?
great. Threesome between them
What?
will be fun.
What do I know?
I could not go see you.
Could totally not come see me. I think that'd be pretty easy.
Listen to the conversation, but oh, I hear truck.
Where in Northern California are you referring to?
They're in
Do
Sutter
you go to
Creek.
visit?
I'm coming down I-5.
Detected. The map has been updated.
Or where?
They're in Sutter Creek, which is like, hold on a second, I'm about to.
I've never heard of Sutter Creek a day in my life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
neither had I before I had family that lived there.
fair
This
enough.
is the first place I got attacked by the fucking Misty Boys.
What?
Misty Boys. That's the perfect name for. What are they called again? Damn it.
The Soggy Bottom Boys?
Smoke? Wait.
Damn it. So, what?
The fucking the Super Troopers in the Mist.
Stormtroopers, yeah.
Super Troopers in the Mist.
I can't remember what they're called, but the
Ghosts?
the ones that are just fucking they appear in the mist. They're a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Guys,
yeah.
I'm trying to hit this fucking guy. Hey, there he is. Got him. Doing rocket arm donuts.
Skulls.
The skulls.
That's what they were
yeah.
called.
Was it Skull?
It's
Yeah.
skulls. I'm googling it right now.
I didn't know that you were referring to this fucking game. Good night, buddy.
Oh yeah. Like this
Yeah, I
area,
really thought
literally
they were
where you
like,
stopped that
what
truck
the
at. That was
fuck?
my first encounter with them.
I fucking hated those encounters, dude. I still hate those encounters.
Analysis complete.
You know what?
You never find out how you're supposed to float in them.
I can show you if you'd like.
I didn't even know you could Fulton them. Yeah, see, you guys are way better at this shit than I am.
So here's the thing. It took me a lot of time, and it takes me a lot of sleeping gas. Like, a lot of sleeping gas, dude.
Too much.
Yeah, you have to just fucking
I
gas.
still gotta figure out how the hell to get the Juggernaut suit.
Juggernaut suit. What are you doing?
It's the suit you speak of.
Hold up. Is Fulton on-
Yeah, it's
Damn it.
it's the best suit to get to do the quiet mission.
Analysis complete.
Oh yeah, I'm getting some upgrades in this piece.
Analysis complete.
Hey, guess what? Don't wave at my dog. Boom! Oh god damn it. Are you gonna shine that flashlight at me? I got something for you. Right in the face.
Captured.
Oh,
That was the fucking throat punch.
he's dead.
Alright. Good. Get him. Go get him. Go get them all. Round them up.
So wait, do you not have quiet yet?
No, I do. Dude, stop bringing up shit that happens in the fucking first 10 missions.
Oh well, I looked at the fucking end mission. It was like D horse and D dog, and I'm like, is this
Oh.
motherfucker?
Wait, have you gotten to the mission where you lose quiet yet?
Yeah, I beat the game twice at this point.
Yeah. So, yeah. I've completed all the storyline missions. I have to still go through and do a couple of like the extreme missions, which I'm just not looking forward to.
Oh,
kinda-
fuck those men.
I'm kind of waiting to just finish up developing everything I can
Please
develop.
specify a project.
I'm pretty excited about that.
What do you have left?
I mean, there are some things where you have to just have like level 150 in certain categories, which I do not
Oh,
have
yeah.
that kind of time or energy to dedicate to that. But I got most of what I want at this point. For a long time, it was just a matter of, oh shit. Get back over here. Get back over here. I ain't done with you.
Would this be defined as animal cruelty?
No, I get less horn for this.
Oh, no,
Taken down.
I was making a joke. Jesus Christ.
I have to say, looking at your menu, I am glad that your mother base is pink.
Wait, Mac made his mother base pink?
I would not.
Yeah.
Fucking same, bro.
Same.
That's the only logical color, in my opinion.
Wait. I gotta find out what Mac's logo is so I can invade his base.
Oh, check it out. I love my logo.
Nice.
Black, white, lightning strike.
See, mine's my my unofficial logo. It's the M with the lower or a smaller R underneath the M. Oh,
I love it when games allow you to do that shit. And I'm gonna stun these. God damn it! I missed through in another. Sorry, that's probably not. Oh, it's got one of them. Right on.
1.
I was not expecting that.
Go get him.
Extraction
I'm gonna
arrived.
range this other one. Slow motion.
That fucking scream.
Jojo, I really hope that we can figure your fucking shit out before the next stream, dude. What's the delay like for you right now, Jojo? Do you here, let me do this. I'm gonna stand in one place, Jojo. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around. Let me know when it turns around on your screen. Ready? 1, 2, turned around. That's not
For
good.
it.
That's not good.
It just happened, so maybe like a 5
So about
second
7
delay.
seconds.
7 seconds.
Yeah.
I know that if we go with a lower quality, then it'll be sooner. A bit quicker turnaround rate, so.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out why it let me in before and now it's not.
That was really
You know,
it was
you know, the only thing different that we did that time is I actually joined before you did. Not that I think that's what it is, but that's the I can come up with in my head that's different.
Here we go.
I joined the stream team channel before you.
I'm gonna stop. So let me try this. I'm gonna stop the stream, not the stream on Twitch. So that's gonna stay. But I'm gonna stop the stream onto Discord and I'm gonna restart it. Let's see if that changes anything. So there it goes. And I'm gonna go live again.
Crick noises.
What?
Hello?
Oh.
Okay, so the stream.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. I'm here. Are you guys here?
Jojo?
Did Jojo fucking die again? Are you kidding me?
When you turned the stream off on Discord, he went up to the Crossodelphia voice chat, then back down in here, then he was muted but was still talking, and now he's unmuted and not talking.
What's fucking JoJo's problem, man? It would be sad if it wasn't so funny.
I know.
Every time he has
Back in the
problems, it's just
Crossodelphia
like,
and muted.
Hello?
hey!
And you're muted and
Look,
talking
I
again.
fucking accidentally touched. My cursor was on Crossodelphia, and I wasn't paying attention to my hand, and it drifted and touched the
You've
mouse
done
pad.
this so many times. Like when you first started your problems, as soon as you set your phone or whatever down, you went up to the Crossodelphia chat.
But you know what's funny though is the first thing he said. I'm not sure if you were talking when he said it. When you first joined here, your mic was muted and you were talking. It was just like a total clusterfuck. Can you go to watch the stream now, or is it blank out?
If I do, it's probably gonna cancel my ability to
Let's
speak.
give
again.
her a shot, man. Let's see what happens.
All right, here we go.
All right. If I have
Poor
to.
Joe.
Poor JoJo. Always sad.
Poor K, Jojo.
He's probably trying to talk right now and failing.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't put it past him.
Hey. You know what's funny is that like when you did that in the video, which hey, by the way, how did you feel about the level of dunking that I gave you?
I honestly just laid back in bed and put my head against the fucking floor, but I loved it. I didn't know what to expect at the end, and then I kept hearing the replay, and I just went, no.
JoJo, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
Jojo?
You guys are fucking assholes, man. I swear. One of these days, you'll learn.
Well, they
Oh
won't.
god, the quiet kid's getting rowdy.
It's not fun to be made fun of. What time is it? 2:34. So I still can't.
Time for you to start sporting a watch, kiddo.
Wow, that's fucking clever. You say
God.
you say I have old timers.
I was gonna say, why the hell does he sound like a dad?
The sad thing is I make that joke on the daily.
Well, you're about to have a reason to make dad jokes soon enough.
I know.
That's literally crazy, by the way.
It
That's
is.
crazy.
I didn't see myself being here yet, and yet I'm fucking...
This isn't a direct. This has nothing to do with you directly, but it's an interesting. It's an interesting situation. Like I've brought up to people before. Like I almost had a kid with one of my exes, She got pregos, and I was like, I'm pushing you down the stairs, or you're getting an abortion. One or the other. You pick which way this is happening. But so like, I talked to a few friends about it, and they're like, "Oh man, you would have made a great dad. Like, you should have kept it." And I'm like, "Okay, I might have made a great dad. Maybe, maybe not. That's not for me to judge. Like, sure." But we were not financially ready. And don't get me wrong, I understand that having all the money in the world doesn't make you a good dad. But having some money definitely helps, you know? Like,
Oh yeah.
so
We definitely made sure that we were in an absolutely good place before we even made that choice.
So yeah, again, just to make sure you know, this is not anywhere near you, but it's more so like the friends that I would talk to, they, you know, just the way that they refer to it, I'm like, having a kid, and this is definitely influenced by my own bullshit, my own fucking past, and you know how it went. For
At least
me.
you realize that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. But yeah. So whenever they talk about it, they're like, "Oh yeah, you know, this person's having a kid. They're gonna be a great dad." I'm like, says what? Like, okay, sure, maybe, but like, it just felt like they were defaulting to like, they are a decent person, so they're gonna be a good dad. I'm like, it's more nuanced than that, and I don't know. I don't know.
See, I keep getting the opposite. Everyone around me are a bunch of assholes, and they like to say that everything with me in my life is wrong and just fucking annoying and pointless and shit, and saying that I shouldn't be in the situations that I'm in, and so yeah.
So here's the thing with you. You know me and my honesty, homeboy. You're about,
yeah.
You're about to get a little bit of it.
Oh god,
Roger,
yes.
Fulton, this new friendly tank I got here. I don't know with you. You are extremely genuine, extremely kind guy. You are a very you're a unique one in a great fucking way. You know? I don't know. You know, we're still coming back around on each other regarding like getting to know each other. Shut the fuck up. Regarding both you shut the fuck up. Regarding getting to know each other. The kid that I knew when we were making demo, I would be like, shit, dude, I don't know if you're stable enough. That would be my biggest thing.
Yeah, back then
stability.
would have been a nightmare.
So that's the thing where it's just like, you know, that would just be really touchy. I would not be that friend to be like, oh, yeah, you're going to do great. I'd be like, dude, your shit's kind of fucked up right now. Like, I don't know about this decision. But
Yeah, I might have just killed myself back then if that were the case, honestly.
Felt that on a personal level.
killing
resemble
yourself,
that.
or-
I resemble that statement. Under those circumstances, yes.
Yeah. Because it's just too important to me to be the dad that I didn't believe that I had, you know, and to not be prepared for that.
Ooh.
What's your fucking problem? You gonna be okay there,
No,
darling?
what you just said, fucking.
Yeah. What about it? It feels like I've said that a million times on these channels.
No, you have, but just the way it flowed out of your mouth right there was fantastic.
You like the way that it slid out of my mouth hole?
Yeah, just to be the dad that I don't believe I had, I think
Yeah.
is the exact quote you said. And that just, I'm sure that hits home for some people. I mean, it does, like, it's not. What?
No, it's just the equally the wording was just like, I believe that's, you know, that's important for some people. It's interesting because it felt like you just kind of like slid off of the end of that one. It was just funny. That's
Well,
all.
I mean, it's not that personal to me because
Yeah.
like I don't have the best relationship with my dad, but I have a decent one. So like it doesn't really reflect on me personally. I know, just I'm sure there are people out there that can totally vibe with that feeling, and it's a powerful thought and a powerful emotion when you really stop and think about it. That phrase that you let out. There's a lot of, in my opinion, there's a lot of negative and positive in there. There's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of, you know, clearly what you feel you didn't but the positive momentum that comes out of that, I mean, like for me, it's palpable. When you say that, I can feel it. Like
It's
heavy.
so much of that is because like you could ask my brother, and I would imagine he's kind of just he's reflected this kind of sentiment before. Can I get this fucking thank you? Where he'll say that like I got a lot of the breaks as the kid. I was kind of treated like the baby for a lot of it, and I totally understand that sentiment. I totally understand that some people may perceive, my childhood and be like, you didn't get too bad. Some of the stories, no matter who's telling it, it's kind of rough. But I totally understand his side of it, where it's just like, I was kind of babied a little bit more when I was a kid. But regarding my dad, though, where it gets really interesting is recently, it was like, I don't know, a year and a half ago, something like that. We finally had like our last blow up. That was probably about a year ago. We haven't talked since then, which is kind of like the longest drought that we've had. He was like, I guess he sent some fucking text messages. You guys want to read them? Or you guys want to hear them verbatim?
That's up to you, man. I'll listen to anything.
If you want to share it, let's fucking have story time.
It could be cathartic for you to let it out like that.
You need to
Really.
shut your fucking sit down and talk to JoJo hour bullshit.
What? Do you want to try that again without the whole fucking autism thing?
It could do. It could really help you.
Hey,
out,
Mac,
man.
you know that sentence, if it was worded better, it might not fall flat.
Damn.
Yeah.
This is where the fuck is he? This is a while ago. There he is. Damn, April 9th. Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's my birthday.
Hey,
What?
thanks for the gift. All right, here we go.
You're not supposed to get a gift for his birthday.
Well, I did. I did.
That's day's work, though.
So here's the thing. It's gonna be very fucking interesting because it's been a long time since I've read these messages. It's been since April 9th. I haven't fucking checked these out since then. And I even realized recently that I hadn't even read his last message until very recently. So we're going to be going through some shit here that I totally fucking forget. And there are a lot of them. Holy shit. So I believe this was after I'm not exactly sure where it came up, but this is seeming where it begins to get toxic and apologetic. We had a conversation and it came up. I was asking him specifically about the drugs he was doing in the bathroom when we had to piss in the sink and cups and shit like that and go poop outside. He was doing some drugs in the fucking bathroom, and he is really ashamed about it, as I believe that anybody in this conversation would be if, you were so strung out on drugs that your kid had to piss in the sink. So I was just like, what drugs were you doing? And he was like, we don't have to talk about that. And I understand that like he has the right to share or not share whatever he does or doesn't want to. But at the same time, for me at least, maybe for whatever reason, it was more so just to kind of paint the whole picture. Like for the longest time, I didn't have that part of the picture. And for the longest fucking time, until very recently, he just said he had indigestion. Even when I was like fucking 25 years old, he was like, oh yeah, I just had the worst indigestion. It's like, dude, you used to take us to drug deals. Like, I'm pretty goddamn sure it was not indigestion, man, but whatever you're going to hang on to. So anyway,
Yeah.
I finally was just like, dude, just let it go. Like, it's not a big deal. I'm ready to move on. I don't give a shit. Why are you still hung up about it? And like, don't get me wrong, I understand that he can be hung up about whatever he wants to be hung up about. But I'm like, look, I'm ready to forgive you. Let's just finally lay out the cards on the table and let it be what it is, And then he said a couple of things that were just huge fucking triggers for me. Massive fucking triggers for me. And pretty much just for him. Not a whole lot of people trigger me like this, as you might expect. Obviously with a father, it's a different thing. And I think I haven't talked to my mother in way longer than I haven't talked to him, so she doesn't know about this. But if I told this to her, she'd be like, "Yep, that sounds exactly like shit he would say." He says you don't, or he said you don't need to know. And I was like, okay, I understand why you're saying that, but I feel I do. I feel like I, to some extent, deserve, to know. But just don't tell me I don't need to know, because that's a matter of perspective. You can feel however you want to, but I feel like I need to know. And he's like, no, you don't, I'll tell you what you need to know. And I'm like, he did it 3 times. And on the 3rd time, I finally fucking exploded. And it's extremely, extremely fucking rare for me to completely lose myself in rage. And I was just like, don't you ever fucking tell me that again. You will not ever fucking tell me what I need to or don't need to fucking know. I'll tell you what I fucking need to or don't need to know, you motherfucker. I'm sick of you doing that shit. Like, it went off the deep end hard. Really fucking hard. And it was awesome because, like, that shit happens so rarely for me, and it's so inexcusable to me because of how much I cherish sanity, the choices that I make consciously versus being led by emotion. And in that moment, there was no more conscious thought. It was 100% led by emotion. Which is, it's crazy because when I allow myself to go down that path, like, I say some shit that kicks. There was just fucking thunder that happened in the game. That was intense. But anyway, it was just like, it was beautiful in its own way. He hung up on me midway through that. And I think it's one of a few things. I think part of it is because he didn't have control of the situation anymore. And he's huge on control. So he was like, fuck this, because I can't control the situation. I'm not going to be in the situation. The other side of it is he just didn't want to hear it anymore. For whatever reason. There are a few different reasons why that might be. But he straight up just hung up. And I'm like, cool. You feel like you can say whatever the fuck you want to say to me, but once I start saying what I want to say to you back, you can't handle it and you fucking leave. So it's all good. Fucking you go over there, I'll be over here. But anyway, so that's the way that the conversation ended. And then the text started. I believe that these were the first ones. Yeah, okay, here we go. He said, we all need to be stronger. Don't be a victim. Don't accept because move forward. Tennis should have shown you that it's a process, which I thought that was fucking kind of funny. In spite of my diminishing credibility, I need to move forward. So again, a huge thing for him was moving forward and not going over the past. And I'm like, for me, a huge part of moving forward is assessing the past, digging up the past, figuring it out, and going, what can we learn from it, and moving on. Learning from his addictions would have been really fucking cool. Same the way with my stepdad. My stepdad was extremely open about his addictions. And it was really cool to be like, oh, okay, so he's fragile. He's someone who can be. And that's another thing about my biological dad is he's stuck in this, like, I need to be the strong guy. I can't show weakness. And it's like, dude, you're human. It's fine. But he's like, nope, I'm the dad. I have to. And I'm like, nope, you're an idiot. Anyway, so, and some more from him. Sorry, but I'm doing okay despite all my shortcomings. It's tough, but what was in no indication of what will be. I'm happy to share what happened, but refuse to accept that as a bottom line. My shining moment should have been my parenting, and now I ask forgiveness. If you'll allow, don't look to why you can't get it done in spite of. Let me reread that one.
Gibberish, kinda.
Yeah, if you'll allow, don't look, or if you allow, comma, don't look to why you can't get it done in spite of. Why you can't get it done in spite of. What's really interesting too is that he's usually extremely well spoken, even when his intent is to distribute pain. It's very well spoken. He's a very, like, I always thought he should have been a politician because he can just talk and you'll listen. Now you know where I get it from. So more from him. Always worked for me. Love you and wish to be your friend if nothing else. Oh, so he fixed his other one. Can't get it done in spite of, which isn't that exactly? Yeah, that's exactly what he said. So I'm not exactly sure what he's trying to correct. Anyway, sorry. 100 thoughts a day. Difficult to articulate. My response to him: I just wish we could always talk as the lost two flawed human beings we both are. The drug you did in the bathroom 25 years ago doesn't change my view of you at all. The ego shame or whatever that prevents your openness about it does shape how I view you. I really wish we could just be open about about our lives without any thinking we have to hide anything. But here's where I don't blame you. I know you wish you could have been stronger. I know the fact that you're a fallible human being hurts you. I know you didn't mean to hurt anybody, but from my experience with you, I know your determination can turn into blind control. If it's not malicious, the intent is pure. But as much as I know but as much as you could believe in what you're doing, I'd ask you to understand that your point of view is no more correct than anyone else's. They're just points of view. Given how things go between us, I'm not sure you've really dealt with a lot of the tragic things that have happened to you. You put on a brave face and move on because that's just how you view strength. I'm just not sure it's made you stronger. What do I know, though? Just some stupid kid who likes dreadlocks. His response: You're making a lot of assumptions. My response: Forgive my structure, then. They're intended to be observations, but I can be off-key sometimes. And then I said, please forgive. Yeah, reading it back, there are a lot of I knows. Bah, guess I think I know you better than I might not. His response: I'll insist on moving forward. No more juicy nuggets from the past. My response: yeah, that doesn't work for me. Someday when we can talk about the past freely, I'll be okay moving forward. Him: so I'll leave it to your interpretation of who I am. Me: wish we could wander through who you are more, but there are a lot of closed doors. Him: doesn't work for you? Why? You need to worry more about who you are. Respectfully, quit looking for the bad guy. So again, that one.
That trigger you? The bad guy?
Well, you need to. Starting anything off with that, again, after I exploded on him with don't tell me what I fucking need, there's that side. But I didn't feel like I was looking for the bad guy. I was looking to go through his history. I didn't...
Dude.
Go ahead.
Just a quick interjection.
You're good.
There's... From his perspective, and I know way less about him clearly, it sounds like it's just constant misinterpretation of each other's words. And it's probably just the history behind you too. I mean, that being your dad and you trying to seek the information you're trying to seek, which I think a responsible adult should just have the conversation and get it over with.
I think it's a couple of things in my opinion. I think that I'm his son, and he views me through you're my son, I know more than you to a certain extent kind of view. Maybe not.
Unhealthy.
If that is what my dad pulls with me all the fucking time.
So that, like, I get, don't get me wrong for a second, and that's exactly why I made I'm just some stupid kid that likes dreadlocks, because I don't want to try to pull wisdom on him. I hate it when Secretary, you listening? I hate it when somebody pulls up intently. I hate it when somebody pulls out wisdom and thinks that they're going to enlighten me with something that they have to say. It's like if you want to present something, then I'm all ears. But if you think that it's going to blow my mind and open my world and shit, and that's kind of, and when I preface that with Secretary, it's because it's a joke between us now. It's not, I'm not throwing rocks at her. Sound like you wanted to say something, JoJo?
That just sounds like some bogus philosophies to me. But that's just my 2 cents.
It sounds like some bogus what?
Some bogus philosophies, the way that you're viewing some of that stuff.
To an extent, it's kind of like condescending to some degree, where it's just like, "Hey, kid, let me share you this." Like that, and also like you feel however you want about it, and I can feel however I want about it, and it's fine.
Oh
but
yeah.
the way that I feel about it is when somebody tries to share something that I view as, and I'm going to pick my words very uncarefully here just because I want to get to the rest of these text messages. When somebody says some wisdom that I feel like I've already lived through a million times, you know, like, oh, there are good days and bad days. It's like, cool. That does nothing for me. I learned that like 25 years ago. Like, okay, we're good. I appreciate that. I appreciate the intent. You're trying to make me feel better. But that's a really short conversation that I have with that person, because the way that I view that, and again, I understand the intent, but the way that I view that is their, quote, wisdom, end quote, the way that I perceive wisdom, where they're at is level 2. And the way that I perceive wisdom, and it's impossible to say this without it sound like fucking stroking, and I just have to deal with that. I view myself as at level 11. And there's no reason to play level 2 again when you're at level 11. You know, like, does that make me sound worse?
I mean, it doesn't make you sound a whole lot better
And
coming from.
that's the thing, is that, like, dude, there are a lot of different edges to me, man. And, like, I love it when people are like, oh, you're such a good guy. I'm like, just wait. Just wait, because I'll say some shit where you'd be like, well, that's kind of a dick thing to say. And it's like,
Sun will rise
yep,
momentarily.
it's because it's the way my mind operates. But in any case, though, Lucky, did you have anything? It's kind of been JoJo and me for a minute. You got anything to add, Lucky?
I do not. Other than what I've already added, the fact that there are a lot of elements to this that are just resonating with me on my own father and my issues with him. Oh boy.
So for me, at least, what it comes down to, and I'm dying to get to the rest of these texts, but for me, at least, I'm ready to accept him for what he is. But there's been so much information control. There's been so much unsaid. There's been so much bullshit where it's like, let's just be straight up. Just be a fucking man. Just be straight with me. What drug were you doing in the bathroom 25 years ago? It only takes someone who is still paralyzed by their fucking fear or insecurity or whatever to not be able to say, oh, I was doing meth. Oh, I was doing crack. Oh, I was doing this or that. It's like, dude, why wouldn't you share that with me? It's fine. I already admitted to you, and it's the fucking truth. And if you believe me or not, it's not going to change how I see you. You're, like I said, you're a flawed human being the same fucking way I am. How you treated my mom, how you've treated me, how you've treated my brother sometimes, how you've treated any number of people in my life. You can't look much worse. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you're just the same flawed human being that the rest of us are. And I'm ready to accept you. Just fucking meet me halfway. That's all I'm asking. I'm not going to do everything on your fucking terms. And I'm pretty sure I get to that. But
Right.
let's push forward.
Damn.
What's up?
No, it's the cliche I said before that you gave me shit for. It's just I'm sure that hits fucking some people right on their front porch, and maybe it's lucky.
Uh-huh.
What was the cliche
opposite.
what was the cliche that you said before?
That I forget exactly how I phrased it, but I just said that like
That
the
it
way
hits
that,
home with some people.
yeah, just the way that you keep saying some things, some people. I'm sure it does. I'm sure that it, like, this is you're preaching
Wait, but hold up a second.
some people's truths.
Lucky, you said, what was the phrase that he used?
That some of the ways that you were wording things really hit home with certain people. Like the being the father that you don't think you had comment and all that.
Yeah, that you want to be the father that you don't believe you had.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's those words are selected extremely carefully, as you both know. I do.
I can tell. It's a very meticulously crafted sentence.
Because the thing is that a lot of people, like I said, you could talk to my brother. He could be like, oh, yeah, Mac had a great fucking childhood. What are you talking about? Oh, he's complaining about it? No way. It's because it could be perceived that way. You know, I'm not the one to make that judgment. I'm not the one to say whether or not I had a great or horrible childhood. It was probably somewhere in the middle. There were good times and there were bad. My dad's not evil. You know, just because he did drugs in the bathroom, made us piss in cups, and, you know, slapped me a couple times across the face and shit. Just like, and also instilled. The biggest thing for me was he made me just afraid. Let me tell you this quick fucking side real quick before we get back into the texts, which is going to happen at some point. When I used to spend time at my stepdad, mom's place, their dad, my stepdad, he would yell, he'd like vent. And to them, to my little brothers and stepsister, or my little brothers and little sister, it was just the status quo. It was par for the course. That's just how he deals with things. It took me, and I don't know if I ever completely got over it, when I would see the way that they would respond, it was night and day from how I felt. They were just like, oh, he's just doing his thing. It's all good. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there like scared. Like, oh shit, what is he going to do? And it was like, once I got old enough to understand why that difference existed, I was like, either I'm a little bitch, which that is totally possible. I'll give all the credit in the world. Or my dad did such a good job of fucking with my perception of like what somebody is capable of doing. He really used fear as a tactic, you know? And the only defense I really have against, you know, me being a little bitch versus him being too fucking aggressive is my mom really suffered the same way for it. She really fucking, it hit her really hard that he would just right under his thumb, man. And if you tried to worm your way out from under his thumb, you're fucking dead. You better believe he'll fucking kill you. And then actually, funny enough, he threatened to kill her if she would have taken his sons from him, which I find amusing because then, of course, later in life, he does drugs in the bathroom and completely ignores them. But that's just how life be sometimes, right, Secretary?
Yes.
So yeah, you want to retort to any of that before I get back to the text messages? Anybody?
I think we'll just let those ones sit.
Lucky.
I mean, I can add in again, resonating with my dad, except he basically threatened to kill me at one point. That was fun.
I feel like for levity's sake, I should throw in some of my dad's stories, but
Okay.
break it up like that.
Do you? It's
I
totally
feel
up
like
to
I'm the
you.
only one in this whole chat that had a good experience with their father. Holy shit.
I mean, I've had good experiences with mine, but mine's just an asshole a lot of times, very selfish. So I've had some really bad moments with him too.
For me, something that can't be forgotten. I'll always feel bad if anybody gets this perception. Like I've said before, I don't believe my dad was an evil guy. I don't. And everybody can have their own perceptions. I guarantee, I fucking would bet serious money that there are some people in this world, more than a few people in this world, who have had so many good experiences with my dad and have this perception that he's a great fucking guy. And it's the same way. I guarantee you that all of you fucking people, or not guarantee, but I would bet that everyone else in this call has had experiences with either a family member, you know, brother, sister, mother, father, friend, whatever, where they're just a completely different person in front of somebody else. And it's like, who the fuck is that guy? You know? So it's like, and again, with how political my dad can be and manipulative and stuff. But the moral of that I want to get to is just that it was just my own experiences with him. And it's just, I don't ever want it to come across like he was just this evil fucking guy, because I don't really think that evil exists. I think they're the choices that people make. And I think he made some choices I don't agree with, and he wants things to be a way that I am not uncomfortable or I'm not comfortable with, and that's the things as they are.
Weather will clear shortly.
Lucky, did you, I remember you were kind of saying a bit, did you want to wrap up anything else before we got to the rest of these text messages?
No, I was just adding a little relation bits in there, but I'm trying not to interject too much into here so that we can get on to the rest of the text messages.
Well, I mean, hey, we can always we can do this at any pace you want to, man. If you have things that are relevant to what's happening so far that might get drowned out, you can if you like to.
I mean, nothing majorly relative. Just like, I guess going back to the part where you said that he views things very much like the parent and knowing better, knowing more kind of thing. Like, my dad definitely does the same kind of thing. When I was up north for my grandfather's funeral, my older brother, who I had only seen once in my life, he actually came and visited. That was the first time I had seen him since I was 3. And he has a very bad relationship with our father because his mother is a major like druggie and has implanted a lot of ideas in his head and shit. So he talked about how if he were to see our dad, that he was going to outright just beat the shit out of him. And I was talking to my dad about that and told him, like, hey, look, you know, we're up here for a funeral, your father's funeral. Let's not do this. Like, I'm not going to stand for this thing happening, you know. This is, you know, a family get together, everybody's going through shit. Let's all just remain calm. And he just, like, even though I was trying to say on a very...
You're telling that to your brother or your father?
No, I was telling that to my father.
Oh, okay.
Because my brother had not arrived yet.
Gotcha.
But I basically had the same talk with my brother.
Your father was saying he was going to beat the shit out of your brother?
No, my brother said he was going to beat the shit out of my father, but
That's
my
what
father said that he would absolutely take him in the back and do the same thing.
Okay.
Because they've both been in the military. So my dad believes, oh, yeah, it's a military thing. We can beat the shit out of each other and just get up and be just like family again. But my brother's very much like, no, he's not my father. I hate him. I want to beat the shit out of him. I want to kill him, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I told both of them, like, look, you guys can do this some other time, but not here. I'm not going to stand for this shit during this. And my dad, instead of taking it as an adult kind of approach thing on a level of respect of like, hey, we're all adults, let's not be jackasses at your father's funeral, he kept saying, thanks, I don't need to be parented by my kid.
Yeah.
I don't need to be parented by my kid, thanks.
Yeah.
Just over and over again. And that really fucking irked me. Like, really got to me.
My mom's done the same thing. I mean, when you have a meth mom and a meth stepdad, and you're like, hey, have you considered doing it this way? And your meth mom tells you, don't tell me how to parent my kid. And you're sitting there going like, okay, whatever you say, Mom. Go ahead. Keep gardening at 3:30 a.m. in the morning while I'm up at fucking 3. Anyway, what's up?
And this is going to sound harsh.
3:30 p.m. is a little bit smarter to garden than 3:30 a.m., yeah?
Yeah, I know, but you said 3:30 a.m. in the morning, so I said as opposed to 3:30 p.m. in the morning.
It's so much for not having levity. Well, what did you say, by the way, Jojo? Sorry.
Controversial, harsh opinion here. I think you should need a license to be able to have a child.
That's kind of edgy to bring up with someone who's about to have a kid. Anyway,
I think Lucky would pass, though.
here's the thing, though, dude. Who has the right to make the qualifications for that test?
Me. Are you on meth? No, baby. Are you on meth? Baby.
All right, well, here, I'm going to immediately throw a fucking wrench into that. My youngest brother, who I would say he's working on some things, but he's doing all right. Pretty decent guy. He has his rough edges, but what?
Good to hear. I'm happy.
He was born while they were all fucked up on meth. So it's like he wouldn't be alive if your stupid test existed.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
I guess you're right, but fuck your brother.
That's fucking epic. I love it. See, to me, that is like how you guys have heard me talk about it till I was fucking blue in the face. How I'm like, I hate it when you bring up something like suicide or depression and someone's like, oh no. I can bring up my meth fucking baby little brother and you're like, oh, I would have been cool with him dying. That is the kind of like, to me, that's a connection. To me,
That's the levity right there.
that's the chemistry, baby. Anyway, though.
I know I'm joking though, because you know I'm a sweetheart.
You keep saying you're not. So, what one point do I take you for your word?
Oh,
No, I know that you're a gem. Anyway,
anyway.
but so it felt like Lucky had said some shit. It felt like there was something that I was gonna mention that was lost in that shuffle. But the whole having a license to have a kid. I agree with that conceptually, that you should be at some point in your life before offering and then you begin to get into the whole abortion thing. How do you work that out? It's really tough to navigate. Do I agree with the concept? Yes. Do I agree with any sort of execution? So fucking tough, dude. Because if that were strictly enforced, where would we get all of our strippers?
I mean, you make a solid point.
Says a guy who never went to a strip club. But anyway, so are we finally ready to get back to the
Maybe
text?
that's
What?
Maybe that's what we'll do when you come visit.
That ain't happening, bro. I'm gonna be the one. I'm so fucking. That's like my least favorite thing that any quote friend end quote has ever told me. I'm gonna get the one. There are two that I can think of. So far, the weed thing hasn't come up with anybody I've talked to, but it's I'm gonna get you drunk or I'm gonna take you to a strip club. It's always like, dude, it's not a game, And I know I'm not throwing you under the bus with this. I know you're joking, but
Yeah.
I love it when people are like, oh, it's fucking, I'm gonna get you drunk tonight. And I'm like, I just look at them, and then they go, oh, okay. Anyway, are we ready to move on to the remaining text messages, or is there anything else we're gonna dig up here?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
So his last one, you need to worry more about who you are. Respectfully, quit looking for the bad guy. My next text to him. I think in any healthy relationship, there's give and take. You saying something is off limits is you establishing control. I have no desire to guard anything from you and would only feel like moving on if that were shared. I don't need to worry about anything. Oh, I think so. I sent that before he sent what he sent last. So I knew that I was going to take exception to him saying something about needing something. So this was a response to him about you don't need to worry about who you are, or you need to worry about who you are. Oh, and by the way, also to mention about that, his whole you need to worry about who you are. What is, like, I feel like that exactly like I began to say, it's him establishing control. Like, don't worry about me, worry about yourself. Like, I'll worry about myself if I fucking feel like I need to worry about myself, but I'm not curious about worrying about anything. It's just a matter of, like, let's have a conversation.
A lot of this sounds like he's hiding guilt. Like,
Yeah.
not like I can agree with the establishing control, but there's the worry about yourself, don't worry about me. But there's also the stop searching for the bad guy when you clearly weren't doing that. It sounds like all of this is he feels guilty and he doesn't want to acknowledge it.
There's that side of it, and then there's also, I brought it up to him when we were in the phone call, and I think that one of my most recent texts I read to you guys where I was like, you have some shit that you're still dealing with. It was the one that he responded to, like, you're making a lot of assumptions. His dad left when he was really young, not like completely out of the picture. He just went off to work for like a multiple years from like his age like 12 to 18, or I don't even think his dad came back before he was all grown up and moved out. And his dad or his mom was kind of weird, and his brother was kind of distant, and he ended up shooting himself. And then both of his sisters kind of left him out to dry. And when we were having that same conversation, I brought up that, like, that I wonder if that had anything to do with, your maturity, your dad having left. And he had one of his rare moments where he was just like, yeah, well, fucking, and he just completely, the truth just spills out of him where he's like, yeah, well, you know, when you're at home and your dad fucks off and your mom's a wreck and your sisters are, you know, totally leave you alone and your brother is a fucking joke. Yeah, you kind of got to do what you got to do. And it's like, wow, that just kind of all came out at once, man. Like, how about I'm all about talking about it, man. But no, I really feel like that's where, again, it comes into the whole side of, I'm not going to share that with you because you're my son. I'm the dad. I have to be strong. Anyway, back to text messages. I don't need to worry about anything. Not looking for any bad guy. Seeking to understand things as always. Gather data, form ideas. Him. Most people only seek support. So again, really interesting. That really clues you into a bit of who this guy is. He views emotions as very scary things. He's always been really negative towards those who are emotional. And Secretary's probably like, holy shit.
That reminds me of my dad. That part.
Well, I was thinking that Secretary's like, man, this is all making so much sense for how Mac has become because of how he was and how he desired to shape me. And also, I'll say this about how I brought up a few times how my brother would probably talk about how I was raised and kind of pampered and shit. There's that element to it. You know, I was babied at times, but at other times it wasn't so much pampering. It wasn't so much any of that shit. It was more so in a cage, you know, a metaphorical cage, not literal. Although I wasn't allowed to have friends over and I wasn't allowed to leave after school. So actually kind of a literal cage too. I was a latchkey kid. It was more so he fucking raised me in that, you know, you're going to be under my thumb kind of environment. So on the one side of things, you could say that I was pampered, but on the other side of things, it was like, and I wasn't even fucking, okay, well, yeah, we're not getting into that because you guys don't need to know, you know what I mean?
Wait. I don't even know what we're getting into.
We're not getting into anything because I'm going to fucking dad y'all and fucking you don't need to know.
Already dad us all. Old man.
No, it's just a matter of, again, just perceiving how I was raised. Some people could perceive it as like I was coddled. Other people could perceive it as I was caged. Sometimes those lines are really hard to unblur. Anyway, back to the text messages. Most people only seek support for their opinion. Not open to contrary information, so you're going to have to tell me who I am based on conclusions previously culled from our shared time. Please be kind. Respectful is too much to hope for.
What?
Again, dude, the guy is just so fucking like touchy, man. So touchy. Like as soon as you rattle his cage, he is the Chihuahua barking rabidly. It is just, it's crazy, man. I replied, perhaps I'd say it's common from my experience in this society. So ecstatic when I interact with someone who values an intellectual challenge. God, I'm so well spoken. I'm fucking really well spoken, am I not?
You really are.
Can you get out of my earlobe, bro?
Bro, I'm gonna sensual tone deep into your ear holes, baby. So I knew the secretary's like, hold on, I need to let some shit out here. Blow off valve.
PG-13, PG-13, PG-13.
PG-13,
please.
PG-13, please. Anyway, him. It ain't me, babe. I'm almost positive that was him referring to someone who values an intellectual challenge. Which, another thing that's really important to know about this guy, sometimes he is really receptive, really engaging with what he wants to talk about and stuff. Other times, completely shut off. Just like, I'm sure you're aware of how he's speaking right now. And it's a toss-up as to who he's going to fucking be. Him. I thought I'd been providing positive insights all these years, not fuel to reinforce negative assumptions. Me, you're passionate about your views. It's admirable. That energy can sway just as powerfully negative, though. Him, but you're right. So where's the harm? I don't get it. Him, you won't let up, will you? You paint the picture, I'll sign it. In your eyes, I can only be who you see. Tough, but I'll have to live with it. What else you got? Is this like anybody else have a fucking?
Just sounds like he's hell bent on controlling the narrative.
Like, I'm glad that I'm not the only that's the only person that sees it that way. I'm like, and then I threw a little bit of shade on him because I was sick of his crybaby bitch shit. He called me overly sensitive a number of times in the fucking call. Again, he views emotion as weakness. So I responded to his last one, who's the emotional one now? Tongue out face. Which, yeah, like I said, totally bitter bitch little shit. Totally beneath me at my level 11 wisdom, you know? That's some level 2 wisdom shit right there.
We all have our lapses in judgment.
Oh, don't you fucking dare level 1 me, bitch.
I get off on this shit because I'm a spiteful little prick, so,
That's why we have the drama of the Cross-Philadelphia shit, man. Anyway, next one from me. I'd love to know more about you to form a more educated perspective. Tough when you get to choose what I can and can't know. Him, you are looking for more ammunition to use against me. I choose not to burn myself on the stove more than 100 times before I learn my lesson. But you're good, I'll give you that. This fucking guy, man. Fuck, it's been too long since I read this shit. Me, who's assuming now? You think I aim to judge or hurt you. I understand, but I disagree. Him, burn 100 times. Thanks, but I'll make the assumption on 101. I'm not beating you up here, just facing your facts. Me, you want a relationship with me on your terms. Once you're open to something mutual, let me know. You stating that I only want to know more about you to burn you, I feel like I should be more offended, but I'm not. Him, easy for you to say, but I'm the one with the bullet holes. Fucking drama queen. Me.
Seriously, they talk about being emotional.
Yeah, no
Jeez.
shit. Like, that's why I'm like, dude. But again, so this is what I got to say about that. I'm not sure if I've articulated this yet. I believe that he is so afraid of emotion and so guarded from emotion because he knows what kind of emotion he's capable of. He knows how much it can control him, how much it hurts him to feel that shit. So he puts it behind steel wall. You know?
Oh,
And
I could easily see that. My dad he's done that my whole life, ever since my mom passed away, because, like, it just, trauma like that shit hurts a person. And as much as they want to be strong and be the dad and be tough, let that shit sink in and let it really hit you like that, it be too much. So maybe that's what he's protecting himself from. I don't know though. I have no fucking clue.
I'd give you more credit than that. I think you have some clue. I think you just say that flippantly because I believe that you give yourself more credit than that.
I just like to say that as like my little caveat. Like,
Yeah.
if I give a friend advice, I'm
Yeah.
like, but don't listen to me. I'm a schmuck. I don't know. That way, if shit goes not in your favor, you can't be like, bro, what you said.
Good luck with me, because you know me. I'll come right back at your ass. Anyway, so him, easy for you to say that, but I'm the one with the bullet holes. Me, hard to feel like an apology is enough to someone who feels shot, but I'm sorry that I hurt you. I intentionally put distance between us as to not hurt you at times because of our past. Perhaps the distance itself caused pain, though. What was I speaking of? Sorry that I hurt you. I intentionally put distance between us. That's not hurt you.
Bullet holes.
Yeah, I think that what I'm referring to regarding the distance and to not hurt him is because I did feel negatively toward him, and I didn't want to interact with him when I fucking hated him. So instead, I took a step back and kind of tried to figure myself out before going back to him. So I think that's kind of what it's referring to. Him, how about you're you and I'm me? No rules, no complications. No? Question mark. Me. Our versions of, quote, complicated, end quote, might differ. Me asking you about your past might be a complication to you. You refusing to be open would be a complication to me. Him. No more conversation about the past. Yeah, boy. You really get energized when you have a negativity to reveal. You've made your point. Move on. One step forward is overdue. Open covers a lot of ground. You used to be less demanding in regards to. Same. What? Now you've got me on the defense. You might consider that being on you. Are you fucking kidding me? Me, we're going in circles again. Okay, so a couple of times during our conversation, I'm like, dude, we're going in circles. Like, I'm asking a question, you'll go around in this big loop, and we'll come back to, okay, that didn't address the fucking question at all. What do we, like, can you now answer the question? We're going around in circles again. You want to bury the past, and I'm not ready to yet. That's fine. We want different things, and neither of us is ready to give in. We'll pick it up another day, smiley face. Him, I already gave in on every level. Like,
False.
yeah, I was just gonna pause and be like, what the fuck is this guy saying? Him, one question, what purpose is served with your questions? The answers don't matter, you'll see them in the wrong light. So there was the, you don't need to know, and it doesn't matter. The other one that triggered me was, it doesn't matter. It's like, fucker, don't tell me what does and doesn't matter. I'll determine for myself what does and doesn't matter. Let me know, and I'll make that choice.
Fucking exactly.
Exactly. Me, I disagree that you gave in when you still want the past to be off limits. That's okay, though. I accept that you view it differently. Him, you want something from me that I don't want to give up. In Los Angeles, we call that rape. Oh my God.
Wait, what?
Oh.
His response was, you want something from me that I don't want to give up. In Los Angeles, we call that rape.
So,
That is a bold fucking comment.
so he just equated you trying to, like, ask him what drugs he was doing in the bathroom when you were a kid to you
To
trying
raping
to,
him. Yeah.
to shove your dick in his butt. Okay.
See, this is the world I lived in for 18 years, and I have nightmares of living in it again. It's all on his terms. It's all in his view. Your view doesn't exist, and it's probably why it's my lifelong ambition to try to perceive things as broad a view as possible through as many eyes as possible. You know, and to not believe that my view is the only view.
No, but it's
okay.
and you have a healthy balance because you're not afraid to assert your position.
That's
and
perspective based, man. I would advise you can do whatever you want, but at least the way that I perceive it, what is healthy or unhealthy is entirely up to perspective. I have a view, but I guarantee you, I would bet that there are people out there who perceive my, as you and I agree, is a healthy view. Somebody would view it as unhealthy.
what are you referring to, though?
You're saying,
And just anything in general?
yeah. Well, no, you're saying that I have a healthy point of view in regards to this shit going on, right?
I was saying more specifically that it's a healthy balance because you were talking about being able to see things in broad strokes or.
Yeah. And again, so
When we talk, though, what my point was, is that it's not just that you do that, because you're also not afraid to be like, hey, no, this is how I think about something.
yeah.
You're not just sitting there going like, oh no, I'll just
I
listen
agree.
to.
Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, you got a good point. Absolutely. Vanilla as shit. Yeah, it's a tough fucking balance, man. That is not goddamn easy to figure out what you should and shouldn't say at any given point in time. Holy fuck, let me tell you.
It's vanilla shit. What was that?
Was it Freddie Ice? Vanilla Durst?
Vanilla Durst. Wait, why'd you say that out of nowhere? That came
Just
so
now?
out of left field. Yeah, you just said like vanilla shit or something.
Oh, well, no, vanilla means you're playing. So when I was referring to the vanilla, it's like if I were having a conversation with you and I was saying that, like, or let's say you were talking to me and you're like, hey, yeah, man, I just don't know what to do. Or you were asking me how I felt about something. I'm like, oh, it's all good. You're like, oh, yeah, that sounds great. Absolutely. Those are just really vanilla responses compared to a non-vanilla response is like, this is how I feel, man. And you can either agree or disagree. That's not vanilla. Vanilla is unoffensive. Vanilla is plain. Vanilla.
Calling me vanilla.
No, I don't think that you're. I think that you can be. I think you're well-rounded as anybody is. I can be vanilla.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I think we're all vanilla then.
Yeah.
At that rate.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing as how bullshit horoscopes are. None of us fit one linear fucking, set of traits. We all are vanilla. We all are aggressive. We all are passionate. We all hate. We all love. We all fear. It's just varying. We're all human, Well, I'm trying to escape it, but we'll see how that goes.
Get back to me. Send a postcard.
Well, but the thing is I'll be on level 99 wisdom, and you'll still be at level 3. So I'll be like, what is even the point anymore? This person is so beneath me.
All right. Well, it's 3:00 in the morning. Max getting insulted.
Well,
He's
look,
better than everybody else.
when I send you that postcard, it's gonna say from Vince.
Vince, it's been a pleasure getting to know you.
What the fuck was that all about? AJ Fresh on Twitter. This is what I listen to at 6:30 in the morning. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
why
it
not?
is 6:30 in the fucking morning.
I don't care yet. We got a couple more text messages.
I love
to
that
read.
we have
Yeah, we do.
7 viewers, and these people were probably just like, I'm just going to watch some Metal Gear Solid while I'm getting ready for work.
I was like, what the fuck is this shit? This is not Metal Gear.
Hopefully, Secretary named this shit appropriately. I'm checking right now. She can chime in.
Playing some Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh my God, that is all you said. I told you specifically this was gonna be a Let's Talk.
I thought it was set to.
I did on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, on YouTube it says Metal Gear and Let's Talk.
We got 7 viewers listening to my daddy issues right now. What is happening? All right.
This is going to blow up. This is going to be
Oh.
on Twitch highlights, bro.
My dad beat me to death every night. Anyway.
I'm gonna clip this later.
Oh God.
Twitch front page for a whole month.
Dude, Reddit, all of them.
In Los Angeles, we call that rape. Anyway.
This is where you go into Twitch chat and you type this. Hold on.
You fucking kidding me? I got text messages to fucking read. Come on.
I can't chat. Never mind. I don't have a Twitch account.
Sweet.
Ha.
Didn't need to hear what you had to say anyway. I do just say
Probably
AJ. My name doesn't change whenever I go. Oh yeah, what's up, AJ? All right, so let's do this. I responded to his. We call that rape. I still every time I read that I'm like, what? Anyway, my response. You assume, perhaps with good reason, that I'll view things a certain way. That's fair. I think I'm not as biased as that, but I get it. His response. You don't want to rape me now, do you, boy?
What?
I don't. I don't get it, dude. I don't. I think I just give up after this. I do. I have a couple more messages, and then I just fucking give up. My last message is to him. Not forcing you to do anything, winky face. Saying if you want something, it's not going to be strictly on your terms. But again, circles. We both view the other as being uncompromising. Another day, our perceptions may change. For now, it's evident they're not. His last 2 messages. From here on out, Always good to start a message that way, right? From here on out, it will be on my terms, like it ever fucking wasn't. I've not asked you for anything, except for to completely agree to your terms. When I do, you will make the rules, I'm sure. Okay. You will come across like I owe you something. You're wrong. Somebody that would do that, or somebody that would do anything for you, you can still ask for too much. You are brutal to the ones that you love the most, but you know that, right? Oh boy. One last message, fam. Here is the last one, which after that one, like, I gotta take a breath after that fucking last one. Jesus. Okay. Last message. About a month ago, I came to the conclusion that I had overcome my past to redeem my self-worth. A real contribution to mankind I am. It only took me 15 years. Never thought I'd get there. 15 years of dealing with my shortcomings. 15 years from now, I might be able to share that with others, but right now, no. Sorry once more. Now I have to deal with the fact that my relationship with you was just my imagination. 33 years is tough to reframe. I love you so much, or I wouldn't bother, but I'm getting on in years. I'm just trying to make amends and not go backwards. You can comment or not, but I'll not address this again. A ton of other things to talk about, right? The end, fam. Obviously, there wasn't a whole lot else to talk about.
Clearly. But those last few, though, that... oh my god, that was rough to listen to.
It's just, dude, that was like... And again, it's so important to give context. He's not an evil guy. He's not always that guy. But it's just so many situations where he'd just be that guy. I can't.
I think he does it more out of fear than anything else.
I agree, and that's why it's kind of like... I hate ever fucking saying this because it can't sound anything but condescending, which fucking sucks. Because how do I say that it's just sad without sounding condescending? I don't know. It's unfortunate, I guess. Like,
no, to me that doesn't come across as condescending.
No, not at all.
It does to me, and to each their own for sure. But it is what it is, and it's just unfortunate. But there it is, boys and girls.
Roger that. That's a Texas size 10-4.
Motherfucker! I can't completely spill my guts in front of you and still not get trolled at the end of it, you fucking cuck barrel.
What the f... You won't even let me talk half the time.
I love how you're taking after me with the Letterkenny references. It makes me so happy.
Yeah.
No,
well, he does it.
Texas size
I
10-4.
understand. He does it because it pisses me off. It pissed him off until it pissed me off. Now he loves it.
Doesn't... Well...
Hey, in Los Angeles, we call that rape.
Oh, first of all...
Listen, you don't need to know, all right? I'll tell you what you need to know.
Hey, Matt.
What's up?
Your dad right now, dude. Is there something you want to talk about?
No! Sharing emotions for pussies.
Your dad's a pussy, is that what you're saying?
We're all pussies. We've been over this to varying
We've
degrees.
all come out of one. We all are one.
And we all try to eat one at some point in time.
I was a
Most of
baby.
all us. I actually know some dudes who are like heavily disgusted by that idea.
Same, which is weird, but I would say that it's not completely foreign because eating butthole is starting to kind of come around. It's trending. And I don't...
Oh god, yeah, it is.
I'm not...
I don't support that movement.
I used to not. And then it became a heavy interest out of fucking nowhere.
Nice. So I've received, and it's delightful. I'll agree.
God, yes.
But giving, and I don't ever mean to be that guy. And you know, maybe if I like sandblast and bleach and Listerine someone's
Breaking
butthole,
terms of service right now.
probably.
Yeah, probably.
PG-13, please. But
Secretary
after thoroughly sandblasted and Listerine and bleached and everything, I'd do it, because then at that point it's just another hole. But
Right.
up until that point, Dookie could be coming out of that piece, and
Yeah, it's why
just-
I
I
made
just-
sure it was clean.
yeah.
that to any poor soul.
And the thing is, for me, like, the chick I was with, she was totally. We should probably stop streaming on Twitch for this and just go with an exception. But the chick that I was with, we probably never should have started this on Twitch. It should have only been an exception.
No.
But
God, no.
The chick I was with, she just started doing it, and I was like, "Whoa, what the hell?" As you do when something begins wandering around a hole you've never wandered around before. And I was like, "What the hell?" And she was super confident, really badass chick, awesome chick. Something I'll actually say about I'll just tell another story about that chick real quick. She was the only thicker girl. She wasn't too thick, but she was a little bit on the bigger side.
Yes, I'm listening.
Which for me, that just means that, like, probably a healthy amount of weight, like a little bit on the upper edge of a healthy amount of weight. But the thing is that she was still hitting the gym every day. She explained it, man. This chick was just wise beyond the point that I was at that time. She was at level fucking 18 and I was on level fucking 4.5. So I just was way behind her. And what she told me, and it was just really fucking amazing. It's the kind of confidence and the kind of understanding, the kind of clarity that I crave. She just told me, she's like, "Look, I just got out of a really, bad relationship. I was in a place that I didn't like. I'm working as hard as I possibly can to become what I want to become. And either you're on board with that or you're not." And I was still just at a place in my life to where I couldn't appreciate that. I was still consumed by, "You're kind of thick, girl. I'm sorry." And I didn't tell her that, but I should have just been as clear, whatever. But now, dude, it was just, and I realized it pretty quick. Like, I realized it a month or two after it happened. I was like, damn, now that I have some retrospect, now that I can look back at that and be like, dude, she was just so fucking open, honest, clear, take it or leave it. And damn, do I crave that now. Damn, it was just like beautiful in what it was. She wasn't, and again, and she was after that chick. And I learned that beauty is more than skin deep. And to me, I still have to be physically turned on. I can't be with someone I'm not physically turned on by. But because you do not deserve that. She's like a 9 and you're like a 6 best. And I'm like, dude, I get it. Again, I had to tell a bunch of friends who were as clear with me as I appreciated. And it was awesome. She was gorgeous, but and no slam against her. We just didn't. The chemistry of the intellectual chemistry, the ability to have her just reach out and grab me intellectually, just wasn't there. And it was the first time in my life. I mean, again, she was gorgeous, and it was the first time I had the opportunity to be with gorgeous. So I was just like, shit, yeah, I'm taking that opportunity. And I learned from it. Here we are, single for 5 years. Learning, baby. Secretary, give us that same.
I mean,
She's been
What saying are you looking for?
it's the 5 years same.
Oh, same. Honestly.
same.
Lucky's like, I'm having a kid and getting married. Not so
Yep.
same.
And today's Tuesday?
Oh yeah, that's
4 days.
4. You know what, dude?
4 days.
If I wasn't legitimately, and I know this is really easy to say, but it's a whole lot harder to fucking mean. If I wasn't broke as shit right now, it would be so fucking cool to be like either road trip or just grab a flight out there and fucking just drop by for your wedding, man. That'd be so fucking cool.
That would be fucking awesome, and not something I expected to hear you say.
Ah, dude. Well, I mean, that's just the kind of shit. I mean, I know that anybody would cherish that ability, but that's just the kind of shit that I would do if I fucking had the capacity. And it really largely is up to me, the fact that I don't. You know, it's on me that I haven't done more with my life to put myself in a position to where I can just pick up and go out and fucking fly out to Indiana for no goddamn reason but to kick it with a homie while he gets fucking
That's the kind of shit
enslaved.
I'm trying to set myself up with on the side of what my future is going to be. I've got a lot of people I want to fucking meet, and I'm trying to make sure that I have the means to do so.
I mean, and it's funny to me because when I think about like financial flexibility and fame and the whole going after YouTube, Twitch, everything like that, and anything that it could turn into. And I think I talked to Secretary. I'm pretty sure this is a conversation that happened in the DMs with Secretary. And again, it's really hard to have this conversation without sounding self-flattering, like inflating myself. But whenever I think about things that I would do with fame, that I would do with money, that I would do with stuff like that, it's always involving other people. It's always like, how could I share it? How could I use it to bring other people up? And it's always really important for me to realize it's so fucking easy to say that, really fucking difficult to execute it. So if I'm ever in that position and I don't, I count on people like y'all to be like, hey, you fucking fake ass bitch.
Phony. A big fat phony.
This conversation went from daddy issues to sex fetishes, is what brother said. That's usually how things do go. If you meet some interesting women who do some interesting things, they usually have daddy issues. And really,
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, most people fucking have daddy issues. It's healthy to having. As I spoke to JoJo, I think it was a couple of streams ago. We all wish somebody was different in our lives. No matter how much we love somebody, there's always that thing that we're like, but if they only did that. Even if it's totally acceptable. Even if it's like, it's no big deal, but gee, wouldn't it be nice? There's always...
Yeah,
What's up?
yeah, like if you're being honest with that inner dialogue
Yeah.
that we all have, that person could be like everything that they do is realistically like acceptable for you. Like you are genuinely fine with who they are, but if you're being honest with yourself, there's that inner dialogue where it's like, I just wish she would pick up her plate after she makes a sandwich. Like,
You got really quiet there.
Yeah,
I
was about to ask, do you
Yeah.
have your microphone inside of a fucking pillow or something right now?
no, I don't.
Why?
It sounds so muffled, like you have like cloth over you.
I had to switch over to mobile, but
Okay, that's
other
what
than
it
that,
is.
nothing changed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I cranked you up to 200, so I got you as loud as we can go anyway. But it sounds like it's gonna be okay. But before,
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it didn't help that I apparently had you on 20%.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's because you were loud and now you're fucking quiet as shit. Secretary, I got it. Thank you. I was waiting for the opportunity to say it. Jimmy Bolsack, thank you so much for the follow. I don't know why you're following this shit, but we appreciate it. I don't know. It is always so fucking weird to me to... Like, it's the reason why I've split up the channels so many fucking times. And right now there are, 6 different channels, including Twitch. It's like, when somebody comes and checks out what we do, tomorrow what we do could be completely different than this shit. Like, tonight was Daddy Issues and Kinky Sex and Metal Gear Solid. Tomorrow will be, like, City Skylines and memes. Like, to me, it's so weird to not be able to offer, like, what people have come to expect. It fucking weirds me out that I can't follow and I'm rambling. Thanks, guys. You're the best. Thank you so
Sif
much.
message in the server, so I was reading that.
That's great. My snake is smelly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks very red.
That's well, it's beaten up. That's what happens to your snake if you beat it up too much. It's all red.
Also keeps shining.
You polish the snake. You polish the
glinting.
snake.
It's
You guys-
just that shoulder.
Yeah. Well, it's the Diamond Dog logo. I'm pretty sure you noticed. You guys ever notice the pictures on the side over there? We got the sheep being Fultoned.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I think there are a couple other on the roof of Pequod.
Pequod.
Oh, there's Huey. What are you guys' opinion on Huey? It's so fascinating to hear different people's opinions on Huey, and almost always people call him a little bitch. What do you guys think about Huey?
That's a good fucking question.
Oh, JoJo died, so
Yeah,
we'll not figure
JoJo
out-
was like constant fucking green with no sound coming through. I was going to address it before you asked that question.
So before, what do you think about Pequod? Not Pequod, my bad, idiot. What do you think about Huey? Shut the fuck up.
I don't know. I mean,
Deep, man.
I think
Wow,
I
this
think
is
Little
really- I
Bitch
just-
kind of probably sums it up. I don't know, man.
Little bitch. Are you, by the way, you can totally, it's much later for you than it is for us. You can go to sleep if you would like.
I know.
There's nothing.
I'm fighting it so hard right now.
You got a kid.
I don't
and
want to
you got-
sleep.
I know, but you know what? Sometimes a good friend, after he Fultons you, will tell you that, you know, it might be best for you to just get the fuck on and go to sleep.
What?
I need that to happen in real life now. I need to just be laying in bed.
Lying.
You or someone needs to come up, just throw a fucking Fulton on me, say Pequod, and I'm gone and I'm asleep.
How's your girly with that? Is your girly, can your girly, we haven't talked much about your fucking girly. Is she good with giving it to you the way that you need it sometimes? Like the tough
Oh,
love? and
absolutely.
why the fuck is she not telling you to go to sleep then? That's my question.
Because she's been dead asleep for 6 hours now? 7 hours?
What you're saying is I'm your hidden side bitch?
Yeah, basically.
Ah, okay. Pretty hot. I'll take it.
You're my main piece.
Let's see if I can wipe this blood off. That was a pretty good mission. I think my horn's still a little bit too horny. I hate how wonky this shit is sometimes. With
Yeah.
on top of it. Let's see if I come out bloody, fam. See if I come out bloody. No blood. Fuck. I hate these missions I'm about to do. That fucking scream, dude. Ah! I hate these shoot 'em up missions. What? No. Damn. the girls take it rough. I can't use these. Fucking me.
I probably should get to bed though. It's fucking 6:55 in the morning, and I am so goddamn tired. It is getting hard to stay.
Pushy.
No, yes, but
No, it's not.
coherent.
No,
That word, coherent.
hard.
Jojo, you're even quieter. I didn't know how it was possible for you to get even quieter, but you found a way.
Boss said they're moving the Caribbean base massacre.
Hey, Secretary, this is what I want to do. You've always wanted to hear more about my past. You got a healthy dose of it right there. What do you think?
I don't think there's much for me to say. Yeah,
I think he's looking for a sorry that inconvenienced you answer.
Sorry, that what?
I don't even know
In
what that
response to
means.
the doctor thing earlier, you were looking for a sorry that inconvenienced you with the fucking mango mouth.
I have no. Oh, I think I kind of understand what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, because you said that they didn't even give you like a sorry kind of answer, even if it was fake.
No, I'm just.
Like if he's looking for pity from me.
No, I'm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, really though. All I'm really because, as I said again, you've been interested in. Hold on, I need to put this
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
down. So I'm just curious what your thoughts are. I'm sorry for caring about what you think. I'll never do it again.
I'm not even saying anything.
That's the problem. Say something.
I don't know what to say. There was just a lot to go off of. It all makes sense though. I will say that.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna ask you what makes sense, but first I'm gonna
Oh
say
my
goodbye to
God.
Lucky. Lucky, get the fuck to bed, man.
Lucky.
Bye.
Later, homie.
Good night, buddy.
Hey, you're loud as
Good
fuck
night,
again.
buddy.
Fantastic. Gotta turn that down. Fucking hate you, JoJo.
Dude, it brings me so much joy that you have so many problems with me.
I'm well aware. Secretary, what makes fucking sense?
Sometimes with the way that you treat me.
I got a lot of my dad in me, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I kind of figured that it was something that you had grown up with. So now I know. Now it all makes sense. It's
Can't wait.
all.
Can't wait to fucking hang out with your mom some more to see what fucked you up.
I know you only got to meet her for 10 seconds. That's nothing.
But yeah, and it's funny because a lot of like with our interactions, hey, it's Doggo. Put him to sleep. Oh, I fucking ruined my Bond sadness. With how things can be between us sometimes, I'm not sure if you remember, but quite a few times I've been like, I hate that, I hate how I respond. Like you will make me, you make me do this. As much as that's a joke sometimes, it's like there's, you know, the way that our chemistry is will make me, or it'll be very easy for me to fall into certain patterns that I'm like, fuck, I know I'm being like my dad, but it's because you're being a fucking dumb bitch. And it's funny because, again, with the emotions, you're a very emotional creature. And I know that my dad... Yeah, you're here, baby.
Somebody left.
Oh, both... yeah, just the three of us now. It was both Lucky and Red Eyes. Red Eyes finally gave up after having not talked forever. Did anybody... Do you know where this last fucking dude is? Did I miss one somewhere?
No, I don't. I don't know to answer your question.
You're good. But anyway, yeah. So it's just with how emotional you can be, Secretary. It's very easy for me to fall into that like fucking emotions suck point of view that I'm well aware mirrors how my dad is. So it's like, and it's funny because the same way with my mom. Same fucking way with my mom. She extremely emotional person, and it is so fucking tough sometimes to deal with that because of just, as you're aware, how I was raised. And there's the side of it where it's like, sure, it's how I was raised, and you know, it's kind of poisonous to an extent. But then there's also just how I've kind of structured my life and what I go after. I go after more logic than emotion. And I don't know. I doubt that I would have ended up at that same point had I not been raised the way that I was. But, oh, hey, look, there's... Should have fucking activated my NVG sooner. Anyway, though, it's just, you know, it's the directive I've gone after. It's not necessarily that I think that I'm all that embarrassed by my emotions, but I do try to prioritize logic, just because I think it's more, to me at least, it's definitively more conscious. By definition, it's more of a conscious thing. I don't drink or do drugs too.
Yeah, same way, honestly, but
Yeah.
but there are some times that you can be pretty emotional yourself as well,
I know.
and how you also how you also do things out of spite sometimes.
Oh, do I? You want to talk about it? Sounds like you want to talk about it.
Yeah, I do actually.
Let's fucking go.
Like-
By the way, we still haven't talked about demo, but let's go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how I do things out of spite sometimes. Go for it. Beat me up, bitch.
Alright.
Hold on, what was it? Fucking rape me. what was
In
it?
LA.
What was it?
In
Oh, in
LA.
LA. Rape me in LA. But what was there were a couple other ones that he fucking brought up. God, I'm annoyed that I didn't remember them verbatim, but all right, go ahead and rape me in LA.
Well, now I don't want to.
I'm just glad nobody wants to know about my shit, because my shit's even more embarrassing. All of it's emotional for me.
Tomorrow night on Maxception, because we're not double streaming this shit again.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Sif!
We have a sip.
Way to ruin the fucking moment. Now it's just gonna be memes and lols because we were about to talk about some. By the way, Sif, you dirty bitch! I slamming on the brakes on this motherfucker. Am I still in editing? I'm not. Damn it. Which makes a lot of sense. I'm glad I wasn't. I did have editing open still. I just got part of a point in editing, Sif, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to fucking troll you with. Where you do another one of your fucking stupid ass fucking laughs, and it makes me want to fucking rip out your larynx.
That's not how you say that word, and I love it.
How do you say it?
You said, I heard larynx.
That's what I said. I obviously mispronounced it. You want to help me out, boss man?
It's larynx, I believe.
You want to not believe and fucking actually know what you're talking about first?
Says the person who's not sure himself how to say it.
I'm not, but I want to know.
I think it's time for me to go to bed.
Oh, convenient.
Oh, yeah, which brings me to my point that I was gonna say before I have to go to work in 15 minutes.
What's
Why
that,
the
little bitch?
fuck is every goddamn Let's Talk in the middle of the night when I gotta go to bed?
Do you think that's
Like
my...
when I'm already in bed for like 4 hours.
You think that's not... You think that's a coincidence? You
Well,
think that's...
considering you said you wanted me to pop in, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Mac, way to go back on your word.
Hey, man. Fucking rape me.
In LA.
In LA, baby.
Something tells me you'd enjoy that.
Secretary,
What?
henceforth, while I'm rolling the hay.
What?
Talk about how I'm evil or whatever.
I think the most prominent one is when
The most
I called.
How many fucking ones are there? I didn't know there were that many. Go ahead.
There's
You're a hypocrite in a lot of ways. I'll just say that.
Oh, thank you so much. Go
I
ahead.
think
Wait, hold on.
the one.
Sif, don't lose that thought. I'm dying to know how you fucking think I'm a hypocrite, you cuck. Go ahead, Secretary. How am I evil?
I think the one that is most known is where you dipped out for half of a year, and then you come back, tell me you want to go back to Mood Poosh even though you hated the channel. I called you wishy-washy. You dipped out for another 6 months, and during those 6 months, you had taken me off of the channels and everything else out of spite because I called you wishy-washy.
Yeah. Did you learn your lesson?
Nope.
Nope.
God bless you, Secretary. God bless you.
That's awesome.
I mean,
Told you he's a hypocrite.
In an ideal world, everybody should have some level of wishy-washiness to them. You shouldn't be so married to any of your ideas.
Oh my god.
Think you're always right? That's a scary place to be.
Oh, really? Tell me more, level 3. Sif, you don't even know that reference. You're not allowed to laugh.
I can laugh at whatever the fuck I want. For instance, your face.
My name is Sif, and I like penises all over my face.
Says the motherfucker who draws them in stream.
I do no such thing. You can't prove anything.
He doesn't.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Erica sure can.
Secretary can prove things. Fuck. This has gone horribly wrong. So anyway, let me begin my 8-stage apology.
See, but Erica brought up. I don't even have to say anything. Erica brought up a good point. You're a hypocrite.
Okay, so let's do this. She didn't say shit about hypocrite, bitch. You're about
You
to
said
go.
you hated Mood Poosh and then immediately wanted to go back to it.
I did not.
6 months later.
Immediately 6 months later. Do you realize how stupid
Yes,
you sound
because
right now?
internet time fucks you over.
You're an idiot. All right, so here's the thing. You have any other examples? You gonna just drop bombs like that and fuck off, or what?
Well, considering. All right, you want another example?
I do.
How about fucking when I drop a fucking one of those scary fucking what are they called? The nightmare images?
Nightmare images.
The ones with the teeth.
Oh, you're gonna call me a hypocrite over memes?
No.
You're gonna call me.
Shut the fuck up.
Go ahead.
You shut the fuck up.
Hey, look at my skid marks.
I drop scary shit like that, and you're like, oh, it's not funny. And what was it, like fucking a day or two ago, you dropped similar shit just to cringe Secretary?
Are you are calling me a hypocrite over memes? That is the most
I'm calling you
baseless,
hypocrite
dumb
because
shit.
You say shit
Yeah.
and then immediately do the same thing. You told us, oh, that's not funny, or oh, I would never do that, or you guys need to stop doing that.
Again with the immediately. You did it how long ago with the memes or the fucking teeth? And
Hey, you guys gotta stop cussing, even though I cuss the most.
That is immediately admitting it, you dumb fuck. As I curse right there. I immediately admit that I'm like,
still being a hypocrite.
we
though.
have to work on it, I'm saying. You fucking bitch. The work is slow, but it is progressing. Oh, I barely missed that.
Yeah, you don't have to stop cursing. I think it just has to get to
Moderation.
a PG-13 level.
Moderation. Moderation.
R-rated channel. R-rated
See?
channel.
This is what Sif wants.
Yeah, but that's not what the Twitch channel is.
Twitch. I know nothing about Twitch, so I can't say shit.
Fucking Sif, man. Chat pause due to scroll. Glade the stream haven't changed. That can never wash off. I like how I maintained my dude. This fucking thing is really losing. It's getting wonky.
It's getting wishy-washy.
It's getting you motherfucker. Hey, Secretary, unmute your fucking mic, you dumb.
I did. What do
Yeah,
you
yeah, on command. Fucking wishy-washy bitch. hate
I didn't say any.
Is JoJo? Hold on.
It took you half a fucking sentence before you realized what had happened.
Me or her?
You.
You're better than me, Sif. Okay, I got it. I fully recognize it. Take it. Take the glory.
No. Oh, Mac is level 3087. Everybody else is 0.0003. Especially if you do drugs.
Oh.
If you've ever smoked the devil's lettuce or had a shot of whiskey, you're immediately guaranteed beneath Mac.
You.
Oh, okay. It's a good thing. It's a good thing I only do shots of rum then.
You
Right,
are
you're good.
so fucking out of your element. It's not even funny.
Me?
Yeah.
What element are you in? My element.
The
What-
one that's 3,000 levels above your element.
Oh, see, that's why you're just big braining me right now. I just got big brain, guys.
I swear, this is just like that. It's just like the fucking. His brain be like this, well, mine be like this.
Yeah, it really is. That's what it boils down to.
I'm just wondering when you're gonna stop being a crybaby bitch, Joey. I'm probably gonna have to wait a while.
Probably
How
when you
so?
stop spanking him so hard, Daddy.
Big yikes.
And the stream goes quiet.
That's pretty much the effect you have.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's the Sif maneuver.
I love it. I love having that power.
We're aware. You utilize it frequently. That's why it's the Sif maneuver. I hate this fucking platform. It's the last one that I have to do the shooting challenge on. Can I get up here? Are you fucking kidding me? How
No,
did
I can't.
what?
I was seeing if I could see your screen like in the fucking Discord chat, but it doesn't work like that.
If you were on your lappity toppity. All right, by the way, are you going to be on the lappity toppity this next stream?
Next stream? When's your next stream?
On Sunday.
Oh, I should be. I'm gonna go to the store today because I'm low on stuff, and I'm gonna see if they have a mic. And if not today,
Wait,
then
wait.
Thursday, I'm.
No comment.
Yeah, weren't you supposed to go get what's his tits microphone?
I'm going there Thursday. That's what I was about to say. If I don't get it today, I'm driving out to fucking Lucky's house Thursday because that's when he's moving
Yeah.
and he's free Thursday. So
Are you gonna help move like a champ?
I'm at work. I actually got to get off here in about 5 minutes.
Oh, word. Some friend.
Listen, I don't think you
That-
appreciate me showing up at like fucking 1 in the morning. Like, hey, you want me to help you move? Yank his ass out of bed. This isn't The Sims.
I think that he wouldn't mind it.
Mac has absolutely no right to comment on anybody else's friendships.
That is insulting.
Less qualified.
That is insulting as it gets.
Oh yeah, and like it's totally refreshing and not insulting to be constantly fucking talked down to like I'm fucking retarded.
Like?
You
Wait,
say
is that
that
a
like
bad thing?
no one in this group that we've managed to assemble is not retarded.
Retards assemble.
Fair enough.
You missed it earlier, by the way, Sif. I complimented you, kind of. I said some things about you. They weren't entirely negative.
I don't
You
recall.
do that from time to time, but
It was when I was saying that sometimes it's good to have Sif's perspective because sometimes I can be too sensitive of a little bitch.
Oh really? Sometimes you're too emotional, Mac?
Sometimes it's rare because Daddy beat it out of me, but it does happen.
Aw. Why you gotta say it like that?
why did you beat yourself, Mac?
I get it. You're calling me Daddy. I like it. Next time, moan it.
Big yikes. Please don't.
Wait, hold on. I gotta drive back home and get my mask.
Yeah, or can you even say it with the hot dog mask on?
I mean, I'm sure it would be muffled.
That'll do. I accept. I accept you.
Words I never thought I'd hear uttered in Sif's direction from Mac.
I accept you.
Yeah.
Again, it kind of happened earlier.
It was a joke.
Yeah. That's
So,
what you get for joking.
I'm a level 3.
Yeah, your joke's for level 3, dog. I'm level 82.
And Mac is just the pinnacle of human evolution, really.
Fuck you, man! Damn!
Dude, you're literally just calling me level 3. I'm just not allowed to retaliate.
I was gonna say you started it, but this conversation is so old at this point. I have no idea who started
Nobody
what.
started. You can take credit for starting anything at this point.
You want me to take credit for starting because that means it would be my fault, and you wouldn't have to feel guilty like when you beat me.
I don't, Mac.
Can
You
y'all
like it.
can y'all fucking help me beat this goddamn challenge? How many more do I have? 9. I have
Well, if I could see it.
Well, that's your problem. Go check out Twitch.
I can't. I'm actually getting off here in like 2 minutes.
Keep hearing that because you gotta go to this.
I said
job.
5 3 minutes ago.
How's the hot dog eating mask manufacturing going? Are you a tester? Are you the head tester yet?
I'm actually pissed because I googled it to see if I could buy the one in the pic, and all I'm finding is meme images with actual pricing that I cannot get.
Oh my god! You know what? If it wasn't gonna be the weirdest fucking thing in the world, then I still might just accept that it would be. That'd be a great gift to get you, as a nice little bondage mask for you, Sev.
I'm surprised you haven't already.
I tried to buy you a fucking microphone. You won't let me do that. I doubt, that I would get the same rejection when it
I'm
comes to a
not
hot dog.
paying
mask.
you to buy me shit.
Yeah, well. So what you're saying is I can't do with my own money what I want?
Oh, that means he's guaranteed buying you something, just to be a rebel.
Probably, yeah.
Coming from someone a self-proclaimed rebel themselves.
Why did you say it like a toddler?
Because I had a dick in my mouth. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't apologize for that. You never have to apologize for that.
You
I'd be
know,
happy.
Mac would be the person who, in a gay porno, instead of sucking someone off, he would just have the dick in his mouth like a cigar.
Sif.
Wait, that's a genre? I've been watching the wrong gay porn.
About PJ-13.
PJ-13.
Hey guys, this is PJ-13.
So too late for that.
Hey y'all, this channel's Peanut Butter and Jelly 13. I'm gonna need you to tone it down.
I hate this platform, man. It is.
Well, I hate to go.
Well, I am
gots
gonna
to
eat
go.
this blueberry muffin.
Blueberry muffin.
Oh my god, here were 2 more. That's crazy. I didn't know that they have like the ghosts of them.
Well,
All
y'all
right.
have fun. Was fun popping in.
That's what she said. I'm all alone.
Nah.
Yeah, mister, I want to do a good-hearted let's talk. Are we going to finally do demo now?
I don't know. Are we?
It's too late for that. We can't go another 5 hours, can we?
I don't know, demo. Oh, you know what sucks about that, too, is that Lucky was here. We could have totally fucking got his whole side of it, too, but nope. We had to talk about daddy issues instead. Thanks, guys.
Oh, you totally think that was you.
Oh, don't fucking even.
Nobody was like, Mac, you better tell us about your fucking dad right now.
I presented the option, and then y'all were like, do that shit, bitch, or we'll disown you.
That's true. Oh no, that part's not true.
You said, do that or we'll rape you in LA.
Jesus.
All right, stop projecting your dad onto me, Mac. I am not your real dad. I'm just your internet dad. I mean, I'll sign the adoption papers.
I'll burn the adoption papers.
Wait, so yeah, never mind. You guys are adopting me. That's what's really happening.
She gets you on the days that end in Y.
What?
So you don't want me?
Is this really going down right now?
I don't know.
I mean, is it?
Secretary, it sounded
I'm
like
secretary.
what?
No, go. I was just gonna crack it funny.
Okay, Secretary, it sounded like you're roasting me about how I'm just like my father and this and that.
What do you know?
What else did you want to say about that? About everything that went down? Because again, like it's funny because a lot of she's asked me, you know, or she's admitted before. She's like, I can't wait to hear all about your childhood because you're fucking weird and that shit doesn't happen naturally.
I never said you were weird. I
thought that I made you sound a lot more eloquent than you actually are. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, because I told you, I've told you before that I was intrigued by who you were and I wanted to know more about you. So.
Crack is an enigma, so I feel that. I'm glad to get to know more about this fucking unique gem of a person.
Dick can only take so much.
Nah, you are, dude.
A dick?
Pressure creates diamonds.
Well,
God.
yeah.
I'm only saying these cliches because I know you hate them at this point. I literally am just going through the Rolodex of every stupid cliche I've ever heard.
Level 2 achieved.
Wait, that means I went down a level. I was level 3
Precisely.
before.
Yeah, because you're now revealing your even more basic bitch fucking stupid bullshit. Secretary.
Oh, definitely.
What?
Fuck, I gotta go up to get that stupid one. Talk to me. What do you think?
What am I supposed to say without...
Are you fucking kidding me right now? What do you think about the damage my dad to me? What do you want me to say? Oh no! We're coming full circle!
That's a fair response. That's a lot to digest, man.
Yeah, I'll give you a lot to digest.
Whoa.
PG-13.
That's so far gone.
Yeah, what do we do about this situation? We're dealing with some problems with HR.
We stopped streaming on Twitch.
Well, here's the thing.
We'll just put After Dark in the title. That's
Well,
it.
no, here's the thing. Yeah, I guess that could work. Is that so? Is that seriously enough? Does Twitch go, oh yeah, that's fine. Now you can talk about dicks all you want.
I believe they have a not safe for work setting.
This is the
to
shit
where
I
it'll
have to
have
deal
a
with,
block.
Joey.
What?
Her illiteracy.
level
Sorry,
2
it's
achieved.
Like, what, 4 in the morning?
Apology accepted. I'm gonna go get some Lyft rides after this shit. Get those early morning. You guys are boring me out, man. I'm gonna have to go get back on the sugar after this shit.
What the fuck are you gonna go drive around after this? Shouldn't you sleep?
I should do a lot of things. Therapy's probably way high up on there.
But isn't it? It's so much cheaper to just say it'd be like that sometimes.
Indeed.
You know, you just sit, you just look in the mirror, hit your jewel pod, and go, it'd be like that sometimes, man.
Yeah, except for drugs are bad, and according to someone, it makes them infinitely lower on my list of appreciated personnel.
It does.
When that's not true, you dumb bitch.
That's how you. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Are you pulling the old Hummer? It feels good on my sack. Thank you so much.
Put the mic right on your gooch. Okay, never mind. PG-13.
Is it after dark yet? Jerry, have you added the new title? Hopefully,
You know
because if
what,
not, we're getting re-demonetized.
Let me say- What?
I don't know, but I don't think I was supposed to know. I hate this fucking one, man. This one sucked so bad. It's the only one I still haven't completed. So, Demo?
I might pass out, to be honest.
I'm glad you're honest. That's one of my pet peeves, by the way. We'll say to be honest. It's like, oh, you're going to start being honest now? Fantastic. Thank you so much. Too bad you weren't honest sooner.
And
Or
yeah,
we
I still
just-
say it all the time.
Yeah, same.
This is what I want to do to Secretary sometimes. Oh, I fucking missed. Damn it.
Oh, we all have things we would change about each other now, don't we, Mac?
Are you fucking kidding me right now? There's just going to be a point where I just give up on you, JoJo, because you troll me so hard. It makes me want to kill you.
Dude, you never let up on me. I don't want to do this.
I make you do this?
Some ways. You bring it out of me. You don't make me do anything. But it's my defense mechanism. If you're gonna troll me, I have to dish it back. I can't just sit idle and just be dunked on.
Well, no, you can. You're just refusing to. Did I just kill somebody?
Boss, have you lost your mind? Maybe you're not the boss we hoped for after all.
Well, if there is a better time to stop this stream, I don't know what it is when I accidentally ran over a fucking subordinate. And that was the, you know what's funny about that? That was the one I'm like, this is what I want to do to Secretary sometimes. I tranked her and then ran her over with a car. Accurate.
Be like that sometimes, fam.
I am done with this. Any farewell shit you guys want to say? If it's a be like that sometimes, I'm going to kill you. Somebody's typing some shit.
Oh, what?
It does. What? And me?
Y'all done? Nothing else to add? Cool story. Later, fam.